I'd like to show you something.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, 'cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Well, hello everybody. How are you all doing tonight for the 78th episode of Toxic Tuesday? And we got even Mad Chismo with us too, which is nice. And he also put a new video earlier on his channel, Mad Barber Entertainment. I'm excited about it. You should be excited. You should know about it because it tells you about why Mando Season 3 is already the best thing ever. So yes, you should absolutely watch that, right? Mad's right on that. I agree.
Wait,
And
am
we got
am I up here with you?
Dude, we're all
Because
in
nobody
here.
can see us. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. So, Matt, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I got up to get something to drink during the intro. I guess I missed when I was on it.
Yeah, well, you were gone for a long time. I'm glad to have you back. We'll have to throw you in now.
Yeah. Well,
We covered up.
Oh.
but no, I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you for promoting the video. As it only took me 3.5 minutes to objectively prove that Mandalorian, mostly Baby Yoda, is the best Star Wars since Empire.
Well, I'm glad you can be here, and I'm glad you can be here to promote that video, which proves why your theory is correct. So
Yeah,
it's a good thing. Good to have you, Mad.
Thank you. Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Good.
Oh boy, I got
As
some
you
takes.
Oh, I know you do. We're having fun with this one because I know I'm gonna have some opposition to your points of view. And hello to our chat. I see you all as well. Thank you. Do a quick rundown. Yagnominal, Samurai Vader, deleted scenes. Sean Eastep. What's up, Sean? Sean gave me a huge box of stuff. Mr. Fusion, Darth Viewer, Bo Baby, Lovely Sherry, Claude Parrish, Fat Elvis, Diesel, Bush McFadden, Phoenix Nido. Wait. Deleted Seeds, Pinochet's Helicopter Tours. How you doing? Radioactive. What's up, Radioactive? Joe the Hacks. Diesel. All right. And welcome back to Toxic Tuesday. How are you, Dash Attack?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thank you for having me back on. This is my favorite John Wick movie.
Oh,
What?
it's gonna be even better because of it. Yes.
What? By the way, I too have a VTuber as
You
well.
have a VTube avatar?
Yeah. Even had a what? No. Well, what? I didn't hear what you said. Anyway, got a rap that the VTuber does. It's a 15-year-old white Japanese girl. The weebs lover.
The
White Japanese girl.
I'm just thinking that was a
Yeah. She says konnichiwa and shit.
Matt, did he have a stroke?
That's not one of those default avatars that come in VTuber Studio, is it?
Nah, bro. I don't know what VTuber. Hey, man.
It comes with his degree as a weebologist.
I am a weebologist. I can't remember.
You study weebs?
What? No. I studied the theology of weeb.
Theology.
Theology of weed.
Oh, I'm glad to have you back, Dash.
We're off to a great start. This is awesome.
It's a great guy to show up here, especially with Matt Cheesemo here. This is gonna be excellent. How's it going, that 70s rock fan?
It's going well. Thank you for waiting for me.
Oh, it's all good.
I don't have a VTube avatar, but I am Korean on the inside. So
On the ooh. I like hearing that. On the inside. That's
Trying to edit all my jokes in my head.
I was gonna say, is this supposed to be like your version of being Connery Bond? You're yellow facing yourself or
I
something?
am. Yes, internally though. I'm internalizing it.
Oh, internal. Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Not a lot
Got
of
it.
Asians in this movie, huh?
There's more Asians in the next movie.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
three.
Oh, 3 is Asian heavy. It's the duck sauce of the John Wick movies.
Ducks.
Oh,
Duck soup or duck sauce?
I'm happy with that one.
Yes.
oh, yes. Well, how's it going, Mr. Dustin of the Keto Simple World?
Oh, excited to be here. Excited to be with you, fucking crazy people.
I can tell your face. You sound
It
you sound
shows.
miserable. Oh, I'm just excited
To
be
do
here.
all this, but I'm excited.
Oh, too good. Well, Dustin, good to have you here, sir. Good to have you here. Okay.
Drugs are bad, man.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Dang.
Hey, and also welcoming back after a week off. I hope he had a great week off. Mark D with a C, the engineer here.
Thank you. Yep. Well, if you guys haven't been to Nashville, great city to visit. Awesome time there.
Wait, what was it?
Nashville's
Great
great.
music.
Oh,
I heard there was a
Nashville?
big record
Nashville,
store there.
Tennessee.
I heard.
Oh god, yeah, I got to do another video on that. But yeah, I think I went to the greatest store in history: records, videos,
The Daily Wire gift shop.
comic books.
It was the Dolly
Toys,
Parton Brazier Museum.
Wow,
Didn't
Nashville
Wherever
really
you
does
can
have
get
everything.
Mr. T, right? If you
Yeah,
can get
Nashville-
fucking
There's
Mr.
a
T.
bar on every corner in Nashville.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
It was
yeah,
difficult
that
to build
great.
the city
Ours-
with corners though, like that. Everything was a corner. There were no actual blocks, just corners.
Is that the Mr. T from his after school special where he's like, M is for mom and does the singing and shit?
No, this is the
That's
Bobby Brown.
WWE.
WWE WrestleMania. Yep. But I've been looking for this guy. So yeah,
I had that one too.
you
He's
got
got
that.
two
Old
heads.
enough to make these jokes. I didn't see it.
Hold on.
Interchangeable
mine.
heads.
Let me get
I
mine.
ain't getting in no ring.
I gotta take mine out of the box, but bro,
Right.
I
It's tea
literally,
time.
hey, Mark, I have that.
You got that.
Glad to have you back, Mark.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got
last
the
week I
same
was
one.
in.
We
I was in
we
the,
shared the same Mr. T, and of course, here for the Wickathon, Brahmable of the Dix Division.
I know I'm interrupting a lot, but it's fine.
Go
It's
ahead.
Brahma. Brahma. You remember Southland Tales? Did you picture in your head there are two Mr. T action figures touching and destroying the world while Moby plays?
Yeah, and one of them is in a mirror, and the other one is doing movements while the other one's not.
I
Yeah,
haven't even,
But I pity the fool.
haven't even started editing that bullshit. If you want to waste 2.5 hours, watch Southland Tales, the director's cut.
yeah,
You like Donnie Darko? You'll hate this.
it's not good.
How enticing, Matt! I'm absolutely
sold
I'm absolutely enticed. Yes, I know. You got my enthusiasm through the roof, And oh no, it's gonna come. Oh, it's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Believe that.
Yeah, but
So-
happy to be back.
Yeah.
Well, you were here last week, right?
I was here.
Oh, he's here.
This is not my favorite John Wick, so yeah.
Ooh.
I still like it. All John Wicks are good, but this is my least favorite of the three. But
This
excited for it either way.
You know, I guess the opinions on this one are very interesting because I've obviously Dash Attack here is on my favorite one, and I got my buddy Lord Thoth, who he finds it to be the second best one, and then we got guys obviously like Brahma Mad, who are on this. It's the least good, or maybe even for Mad,
Definitively.
the worst. Definitively, okay.
I think it's the best one called John Wick 2.
I agree with 70s.
Yeah.
The best one called.
That's some
John.
good parsing there.
I'll say this.
Parsley. Parsley.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
It will surprise you when I explain it how much this has in common with The Last Jedi. Ooh, that's called a
Would be very
tease in this
enlightening.
business.
I challenge.
Yeah, keep
I
watching
look
to find
forward
out.
to bringing your argument to task.
Hopefully, I have time to
because
figure that out.
I'd argue that it's pretty much a similar, but mostly same formula, but slightly different. Because obviously, even though this came out 3 years after the first movie, it feels like maybe it's a few days, maybe a week after the first movie.
45 minutes. This
Yeah.
45 minutes. Yeah,
It goes literally directly into it.
That's true. That's true.
There are pieces I do like of this.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
It's just
and
not my
actually it's
favorite.
in the beginning. The Russian guy from Armageddon. A Russia
Yeah.
space station, American, all made in Taiwan. That guy.
Oh man, this was such a
Oh,
Do you
great-
remember?
Are you
Go
talking
ahead.
about what's his face? What he was bragging about the fucking pencil?
the
Yeah.
fucking pencil.
Oh,
Or Storm Murray? Was that
Yeah.
Storm Murray?
pencil.
He
Do you remember that
does
series
that?
of Volkswagen commercials that he did back in the day?
Mhm.
They were hilarious. What time is it? It's time to unpimp the auto. And then they fling a car with a catapult and it just goes crashing. And he's like, VW.
He did
Those were
Volkswagen
fantastic.
commercials.
Yes.
Man,
But-
those cars. I
So
tell you.
the
Go ahead,
bad
Matt.
guy, because there's so much to talk about the bad guy. I don't know his name. The one
Santino D'Antonio.
I'm talking about the Russian guy at the beginning
Oh,
where he
oh,
gets
at
the
the
car.
beginning.
The
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, okay.
the cousin or brother, uncle, whatever, to the other
Brother, isn't it?
Uncle.
Brother.
Brother.
Brother. Okay.
does. I'm sure it's one and the same over there in Russia. You know what I mean? Got him. But he is an amazing character actor. You see him pop up in everything from Constantine, Armageddon,
Big
to this.
Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski. Yeah. He's one of the, he is the equivalent to, man, what's his name? The Native American guy that plays every Native American guy in every movie. He was in Last of the Mohicans. He was in A Million Ways to Die in
Wes
the West.
Studi. Wes
Yes,
Studi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is him, but a Russian variant.
Or German.
What?
Wait, is he German? He's not German. He's Russian.
He's Norwegian, isn't he? Or Swedish. He's Swedish.
He's none of the above.
In the movie, I
He's-
thought it was
he
Russia.
just does
Oh, yeah.
accents all the time.
Peter
he
Stormare is
does one
Swedish.
accent.
He's Swedish.
What? the
Swedish
fuck?
dicks.
Swedish dick. That sounds like it's already diving into what fighting territory. Are you trying to get to that path soon?
Am I thinking of a different guy? All Russians look alike.
He's
Who's
Swedish.
Peter Stormare? That doesn't sound any more Russian.
Stormare.
Okay.
Stormare.
So I think personally this one hits the ground running perfectly. Even though like this see when I look at this kind of reminds me of downtown Chicago, but obviously it's not Chicago, but the look of the buildings, it looks like Chirac.
Well, the gun violence must
but without
remind
the
you of that.
shyness. Yeah, remember, that doesn't help either.
Is this
Mark.
supposed to be New York, but in an alternate universe where the subways are clean?
Yes.
Yes.
They were
Yeah.
clean actually when Giuliani was there.
Well, he wasn't
Well,
here.
Giuliani is
And,
way before this movie.
Oh, post
What year is this
COVID,
supposed to be
they're
set in?
absolutely filthy now.
Yeah. No one even tried
year
to
is
throw
this
him on the
movie set in?
rails.
Oh, here we go. Thank you, PLL 9000. And nice avatar says the car chase was shot in downtown Montreal, one block from the theater where I watched the film. Thank you for that.
Cool.
I did not like the way it started. Just immediately action. You know, it's
I
as
don't
if.
agree.
Well, I mean, it feels like,
Go
oh,
ahead.
I
Oh,
should have
I
watched
hard
the first
disagree
one
right there.
immediately before watching this one. But if you have a break between the two, you jump in. There's nothing reinvesting you in the protagonist. There's nothing to reestablish where you are. What world is this? Nothing. If you come in fresh, you're not gonna have. I mean, it just hits you so quick. You know.
I thought this was a brilliant introduction for people that didn't see the first movie to show who John Wick is and why you should be afraid of him.
I agree.
It does
I
not tell
agree
us
with
who
that.
he is. But
It
you
shows
should be
you
afraid
what
of
he
him.
is about.
Yeah,
it shows you what he's about, and they use the similar intro with the pencil. You see how badass he is, even though they talk about it a little bit, but you actually see it play out in action. And they mention the dog. They mention what happened with
Right.
obviously. So they give you those details there, literally, so you know in case you are somehow a newbie. So yeah, it does give out that
well,
context.
I think the order would have been better if we would have had this conversation. The threat of him coming. You open with them talking about the Boba Gaga, whatever he's called.
Could you hear him
Baba
coming?
Yaga. Baba
Mick,
Yaga.
could you hear him coming?
Oh, that joke's not good enough for me to try to figure out. Anyway, so no, that's what I'm saying. If you open with them talking about the boogeyman before showing him boogeyman and shit up, I think it would have flowed better for people like me who have not seen John Wick, the first one, in quite some time. It just felt very jarring to jump right in like that.
I think it's on
This may just be me.
The
I'd
responsibility
say that's
is on
you,
you,
Bravo.
Mad. The responsibility is on you before you go to see this movie to make sure you've seen the first one. And
Yeah,
you're
I
up to
get it.
date. The audience, the responsibility is on the audience, not the filmmaker.
I don't think
I don't.
I'm just-
I see it as you could just jump right on in. You get the details right away, like Dash mentioned, and you get to see him kick ass because it makes you right away say, okay, this is not going to be a movie that's going to take its sweet time. It's to the point. You know what you're going to get in for, and even though the movie's just over 2 hours, it's still a lot going. Like it's nearly go. Obviously, you have a few smaller moments, which I feel like are great moments. But most of it is an adrenaline ride,
It's relentless.
literally and figuratively.
this is the guy from Armageddon, right? I'm right about this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted John Wick to come in and say, "Is that your little friend in the wood chipper?" But he never said it. So
I wanted him to come in and say, "Yeah."
Yeah. Did you need a Keanu to do that?
That or a not quick
I know
enough.
gung fu.
Kung Fu. But see, look at these scenes. It's it's almost like there's like a
Great setup.
Batman. There's like a Batman-esque quality to him because he's doing the whole ninja hiding in the shadows, operating, in plain sight type thing, and just sneak up on all of them, kicking all their asses, making it left and right. Even despite how many asses he kicks, he still doesn't have a perfect outing. Like he still definitely takes a few hits. And
Yeah, he does.
he definitely takes some brutal hits. So he's not like it's like he's invincible, despite the boogeyman hype about him.
I'm gonna have to throw out my biggest criticism now because it is already happening and it continues throughout the movie. You better buckle up, my little meow meows in the chat because we're going. The fight choreography in this movie is such a step down from the first one. It is appalling. If you watch it, it's slow. You can see them thinking about the next step. And it's awkward. And it's really bad when it's John Wick and Common. I noticed it in the beginning here. I'm like, well, they're just they're extras, not extras, but they're just thug number 1, thug number 2. You know what I mean? But when we're talking about the fight that is supposed to be the most epic between these two, it looks they're going 80, 85, maybe. It's a full on rehearsal. Just like The Last Jedi, they didn't take a time to do a second take on their fight.
No,
no way. The Last Jedi fight was
No.
horribly edited.
no.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the editing. It was the choreography was the problem. That's why you had Kylo
the
Ren
throne
taking
room.
steps before he was supposed to take a step and shit.
Well, I mean, the
can't-
disappearing knife.
That was because the choreography was so bad. It didn't. Oh wait, he has 2 knives. They didn't take a second to think about it. But I don't want to get into The Last Jedi. I'm just saying.
I don't know how you
I
can criticize the greatest movie ever made. The Last.
Well, this isn't
Jedi.
it. That one. Okay, I'll
Honestly,
give you that one.
I'm done with this.
Listen, I think that they noticed it as well. I think they were aware of it, which is why they brought in the guys from the Raid for the 3rd movie. Because I haven't seen it in a while, but I guarantee you those dudes stepped their game up because it really is a step down in this one.
I don't agree. Actually, I feel like especially the first fight, the only thing I can feel like is a step down is probably and that it's probably the very last 15 minutes because it's not really like a final fight. It's just more of a, I guess you could say, a final kill. But
Yeah.
other than that, I feel like, especially the first confrontation between Common, who plays Cassian, I feel like that fight was absolutely brutal and badass. And all those falling down the stairs, I felt every bump down the way. I saw that show, I was like, hot damn. And seeing them going, it felt
that
like
was good
Wick
too.
had an equal. Wick had an equal in that
Oh
fight.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I watched that
totally.
fight and me believe, oh crap, Wick has serious competition here. That's what
Yes,
I got
with
out of it.
Cassian.
Yeah, Cassian.
You're saying
set-
with, see, I don't think he had an equal. I think Wick was trying to disarm him the whole time, not kill him, and Cassian was trying to kill Wick. So I think Wick was actually playing down, trying to actually not hurt somebody that he actually had some respect for, because he does leave him to not,
right,
immediately
but we
die.
find out later
he
on
gives him a
from-
chance to live.
from Morpheus
Man,
that this is
that
a thing
tastes
that he
very
does pretty
sincere.
often. He did the same thing with Morpheus.
Yes, he
Gave
did.
him
With
a
the
choice.
slices on the neck. Yes,
I
obviously.
just want to add, I love the way Wick recognizes the 69 Mustang under the cover, so that was pretty cool.
So
That was a
you
nice
know, a
touch.
guy knows his car. So
Yeah, and of course, as a Mustang owner, I got a 67 Mustang at a protest. This is like one of the most horrific scenes ever coming up. This is just horrible. I mean, they always worry about the animals getting hurt. What about Mustangs? Oh my God, this is just terrible. It just killed me.
I wanted to agree with Nick real quick that yes, the set pieces in this movie are more elaborate, and I think that is part of the problem. There was multiple times when I'm watching the fights when he's doing a throw that you can see the dude jump to make that work. You can see him physically jumping to finish the throw.
Well, and Keanu
I
is what,
watched it.
53, 54 at this point that he's filming this one? Because he was 50 in the first one, right?
But it was not as apparent and blatant as it in the first one as it is in this one, nor in the third one. This is the dip, as far as I'm concerned, with the actual fight choreography, the way that it is executed.
I
I'd have to watch it again, looking
I
specifically
don't
for that.
see any step down, and I've seen all three in recent times. Like obviously because I'm looking forward to the fourth movie. I don't see that step down here, obviously, besides the thing that I mentioned about that's later on in the movie, which we'll go over. And I don't even feel like that part that's a step down, I don't even think it's a bad part. Just like it's just nowhere as good as how the first and third movies ended. But obviously, we'll touch that ground as to how I feel. But overall, I still find this. I'm in the middle ground with the movie. Who cares? We could say that for the near end because obviously it's awesome to see him kick ass and do in the car and see him just kill dudes left and right.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a brilliant intro. It's a brilliant intro to the movie. You get some backstory, you get some action, you establish Wick as a character for the anyone who didn't see the first movie. And if you did see the first movie, then you're like, okay, this, we're getting right into the fun. We know who this guy is. We know what he does. Well, let's watch him do it.
Had he already had the talk where we're at the movie? I was paying attention. Has he already talked to the Russian from Armageddon?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
he
no,
hasn't.
that's coming up.
Yeah, he has a
That's
few
coming
more
up.
guys to kill first.
He already called him on the phone, but he hasn't
met
up with him in face.
And that's another wonderful thing. He does once again similar tactics. That once again, you don't feel like you had to see the first movie because the way he handles the phone calls. He has the phone calls where it's like he just lets them know. He calls them to let them know who's coming and doesn't really say much. Sometimes not even anything, but you still get the same chills that you would have when you know that Wick is coming. He just lets them know.
Car.
Yeah, you have my car. Done.
Yeah, but then he trashes his car.
He gets it trashed. I remember when I first saw it thinking, there's no way this car is going to ever be replaced because it gets fucked. It sucks because I like the tires on this car. It's got the white letters from the BF Goodrich design. And it's nice to see these types of cars as well in the movies because they definitely are becoming fewer and far between. But I love that look on the car. And Mark, you said you had a Mustang?
Yeah, I have a 67 Mustang. Yeah. So the
Oh
good thing
man.
about these cars is you can virtually like build a car from scratch. But once you know, of course, it's a, you know, good punchline with Leguizamo coming up. But I mean, you can pretty much get every part. But it's just a sin to see this car trashed. And I'm guessing Wick has a resto mod too, so he's probably upgraded all the suspension because this car handles like shit stock, basically.
Knowing what we know about John Wick, I'm sure he didn't leave it stocked.
Yeah. So he's got it all. You know, you do a restaurant, you add rack and pinion steering. And
Did he do
that's
his
why it's
own
even-
work though? Do you think, Mark? Did he do his?
I think he
own
does.
work?
I think John Wick's the kind of guy that
Yeah.
does his own work. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just a gorgeous car, and I had a buddy who had a '69 Mustang too. So I've driven this car before, but it doesn't handle that well. But it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's a great looking car. But yeah, and he just doesn't care at this point, right? He's just gonna kick ass. He's like, "You bastard! You hit my car, and I'm
one
gonna
last
kill every
job to
last
do,
one."
then he can go home and relax.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think even the Russian guy knows that too. So it's like they had that line like, "Why don't you just give him the car and let him go?" He's like, "Yeah, but he killed everyone in my family." I'm like, well, still, why don't you just give him the fucking car anyway?
It wasn't just about anyone's car. It wasn't just about anyone's dog. It was John Wick's dog.
And the henchman goes, "Oh, do you notice when the henchman goes, oh?" And
Oh yeah,
he goes, "Oh, he had the other oh, yeah." Yeah.
It reminds me once again of some of those like Batman moments where like, you know, when the crooks are in Gotham, like it was the Batman like type of thing, like, oh no, not the Bat type of thing.
Yeah,
and that's
it
what I
was
get.
like that.
I do get that vibe, and maybe there is that influence there, and that's fine because obviously that is a very awesome aspect to Wick's character. Is that, you know, this is a Dark Knight, you know, on his way to kick ass and take back what it is, and yes, it does clearly pick off, you know, pretty much from the first movie. And I know I saw PL's comment about the emotional hook. I mean, it's missing in the sense that you don't know it, but they let you know, like, okay, this is what happened, so you can get invested. So, I mean,
But-
I don't really feel like it.
Well,
hurts
it
but
comes-
doesn't really.
But we're already going 10. We're already at a 10 when we get that info. This thing starts immediately into the action.
Yes,
Yeah, and
it's
that's
wonderful.
nothing wrong with that.
I guess there's so many to see in the first movie, and of course, I can't comment on the fight speed because I watched this like 1.5 speed to get the slideshow done. So the fight scenes look pretty fast to me. But that's your
Well, this
answer,
is
man.
like
You
an-
can just speed it up.
This is
when
like
you
an
watch it.
encore to the first movie instead of doing a
Yeah.
recap, and then they go into the actual intro of this movie, which is when
Yeah.
he gets presented with his marker.
Yeah.
It works well when you pair it with the first one, but
Yeah.
in a single serving, it is a little jarring to just jump right in.
Yeah, I think it would have been nice to see him have a cup of coffee, write some poetry, maybe pick
No,
a few
fuck you,
flowers
fuck
and
you,
arrange.
70s. I already explained it. You flipped the fucking scenes. You flipped the scene of them talking about the boogeyman with the scene of him just going straight into action. It's simple. It's a simple flip of those two things, and I think it would have hit a lot better to
I mean,
reestablish.
it's tying a loose end from the first movie so we can get to the new story.
I think Brahma nailed it. It's an encore. It's a reprise of the first
No,
movie.
I am well aware that this is a sequel, guys. You don't have to keep telling me.
Well,
I
we're
get that
beginning
it
to
is
be
a sequel.
concerned for you because you seem to be missing this.
All right.
I think we need an intervention.
An intervention. Dustin, do you want to have some input on this opening scene? What are your thoughts on whether it works or whether it doesn't? Because it seems like everyone's got their.
I
their
mean,
take on it.
I think you know, Matt has a point. If you don't watch them back to back, you lose a little bit of that reason why you were rooting for John Wick and why you needed John Wick to do what he did in the first movie. So I think, because I mean, it does just kind of pop in, and you're like, you have to think about, okay, I watched the first one a week ago, which isn't long, but I mean, and then you're like, okay, who's he chasing again? Why is he chasing him? Who's this person? You know, but I got to give it to the crime boss. He's got some fucking balls. He sits there and waits for him.
Oh, and he nails him. He breaks him down on a psychological level that they never ever come back to. It would have been such a beautiful thread with the "you're addicted to vengeance," and it nails him because that is exactly what his issue is. Right? It's the idea. There's this. I'm sure y'all have heard me talk about Peter Rollins. It's my favorite theologian living, obviously. But Paul Tillich would be my number one if we're gonna rank them. But anyway, he talks about how we're all ghost houses, right? With the ghost haunted houses, with the ghost of the ones that we have hurt, that we've lost, that have done us wrong. And if you don't bring them to the surface, and if you don't grieve them, then they become a poltergeist, and they're gonna come out in a different way. And so John has not taken any time to grieve his wife, his dog, his fucking car. And he has replaced that with this overwhelming need of vengeance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. That was definitely something they were going for.
But then it gets dropped immediately because he made a pact with Thumbblood. So let's do that instead.
There's actually a line towards the end that kind of does redraw that theme. The final guy he's trying to kill. I forget the bad guy's name, but it's not really important. But
Santino D'Antonio.
Yes, Santino. Yeah. He says he kind of does re-echo this theme that like Wick is just a lost person, like, looking for someone to blame. And then he's like, you should have just left. You should have just left.
Mm-hmm. I'm with Dash on that. I mean, I get Matt's point. I don't think it's a bad argument at all, but I tend to align more with where I'm at with Dash on that. Because for me, I mean, yeah, it's nice. I feel like it does have that hook to lure you in with the action. Yes, it does get going right away. And yes, it is a reprisal of where obviously the first movie left off. But once again, it cuts straight into it and you get in the action. You feel the adrenaline rush. For me, that's the hook, is the adrenaline rush. That's about getting you and letting you know, yeah, we're not wasting any time with it. That was the hook for me.
For me, that doesn't work without anything to invest in.
That's not true. Daredevil season 1 had,
I mean, I say for me, there's nothing to invest in. You're like, that's not true.
Minor retracts. Sorry, man. I generally speaking.
Here we are.
I just see it as Daredevil season 1, first episode. Within a few minutes, you saw Matt Murdock, and then right away you cut into him kicking ass, and you already feel the energy, the intensity, the adrenaline there of him fighting off a bunch of guys who had kidnapped that lady at the very first episode. You get the action, and you already are hooked right away. At least maybe I was. For me, I was hooked, but I guess maybe we have different ways of getting hooked.
And does it get pretty messed up in that first episode too? Does he end up with the night nurse, or is that later?
Later on in that first episode. Later on.
Yeah. So he's like not even.
And his mission still isn't fully established within that 10 minutes, but right away you get at that.
I don't need the full. I don't remember how the first episode of Daredevil, does it start with him kicking ass?
Yes, absolutely does.
Okay, I haven't seen it long enough to know how I would feel about it.
Okay,
because I'm sure it could be done well. It has that. It's almost that trope of, I guess you're wondering how I got here.
No.
But then they roll, like Matt's saying here. Then they roll with the flashbacks, and you find out all the backstory of the character coming up now. Once he says peace.
There's no flashback here, so
in a few minutes you get the flashback.
No, I wasn't saying that this is the trope of, I guess you wonder how I got here. I'm saying it has a similar reaction for me of, it's just going and I'm waiting to know why I'm supposed to like this person. Oh, I saw the first one.
But this is a sequel, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Chad
I don't think he does.
Chapter 2.
Anyways.
Hey, we made it to the credits.
Yes, and we did make it to the credits. Now, Bruce, how you doing, Bruce? I mean, you can, but for me personally, I didn't. Here's the thing. When I first saw the first movie, I originally only saw it once, which I enjoyed it. But then I saw the second movie 3 years later, and I was fine. I didn't have any issues. Like I said, for me, I was right out the bat all in on the second movie. So even though that was a 3-year gap, and I had remembered pretty much most of what I had seen off my one sole viewing, that after I had seen the second movie, then I went back and rewatched the first movie. So
I
don't think it's
rented-
required, but obviously it helps.
I rented both movies from Redbox like back to back because I think 3 was coming out and I wanted to catch up. And it was a very enjoyable experience watching them back to back, the 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, remember last week when culture, I'm like, the currency, the economics or whatever in this world doesn't make sense. He's like, oh, well, the weight of gold, you see, is worth this much. Motherfucker, in this movie, he spends a coin for a drink.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Or
Right?
a coin for a body cleanup.
Yeah.
I mean, those two things. I mean, because it's like,
That
dude,
doesn't
always
jive,
still-
yeah.
how much the gold is worth. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. But I haven't seen the sequel yet. Culture, just wait till next week. And of course, he doesn't show up. I guarantee you watched it. He was like, damn, Mad was right. I can't be there.
Oh, you're gonna have
Maybe it
to
was a
take
gold
that up
penny. It was a
with
gold
him.
penny.
So this is from Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Wait, is this too much? Puppy, remember what they did to me, John? Kill them all.
Billy
Thank you, Sherry.
Go Boom brings up something interesting. Does he get his car back? Because at the end of the movie, I don't want to spoilers for this movie. When he gets
Fine,
excommunicado, he loses all access to all services. Wouldn't that include that service as well? Does he get a refund for that shit?
Limazamo gets the text that the bounty is out and that he's excommunicado.
Yes.
So no, he hasn't gotten his car. I mean, maybe if Limazamo's in the 4th one, we'll find out what happened to the car.
He said it would take till December to fix it.
2030.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah, he
considering
said
this
it would
is
take
about a
till,
week after the
Christmas
first
of-
one.
Go ahead,
I
Dustin.
think only the cup holders were reusable. The rest of the car has to be replaced.
Yeah.
Right. Look,
Well, I
John
mean, you figure
Leguizamo.
it's only been a week from this one, from the first one to this one. I imagine, and I can't remember the timeline between 2 and 3. It's probably not very long either.
48 minutes here. It's been 48 minutes since what he did in the first one.
You know, he
At
hasn't
most.
had time to fix that car yet.
No, well, no, of course not. By the way, John Leguizamo's a horrible friend in this. You know what he should say right here? John, get a new one. This one ain't working.
That's right.
Put it down like the dog.
Oh, really?
All you need is one coin to get a new car, right?
Oh, this scene killed me too. Yep.
Do you
I
feel
did-
this vehicle is safe for highway travel?
Yes, I do. Yes, I really do. I believe that. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
Those are not pillows.
John,
Well, I think
give me a.
Leguizamo is kind of forced to say yes, I'll fix it because he doesn't want John Wick showing up. You didn't fix it.
Kill him.
Exactly, because he's addicted to vengeance. There was a.
I don't think he knows, but you got a crack on your windshield. I thought
And
that
you got no
was-
outside mirror.
No, we lost that.
You have no functioning gauges.
No, not a one. However, the radio still works. Funny as that may seem.
You left a ring on the coffee table. Vengeance is mine.
Thank you, Ashton. Come,
John Candy died like 29 years ago
Oh,
this week.
Jesus.
man. It's
You know,
been that.
He
that
died
long.
at 44. I'll be 44 this year. And I'm like, man, that's fucking crazy to think about.
Oh boy, you better be
Holy
extra
shit.
careful. I know
Have to
when
bring
I
it down
turned
enough,
34, I'm like, "Ooh, I got to outlive that Jesus," and luckily I did. You know, that's like the goal for everybody, right?
I mean, it's just like
Oh.
the timeline. You're like, I thought he was like in his 50s when he died. At least that's what I always thought.
Who, John Candy or Jesus?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah,
it's
okay.
30.
Where is this
33.
going?
Oh, Jesus.
33.
Jesus was 33
Oh,
when he
33.
died.
Okay, I was a year off. It was
Allegedly.
I turned 34 and lived through my 33.
Or like if you were like didn't want to be part of the
Well, you think you
27
did.
By the way, John Candy, I think my favorite movie of his is Canadian Bacon. I loved
Canadian
Canadian,
Bacon.
That's great.
Bacon growing up.
I
Uncle
agree.
Buck was good too.
These should all be in
Oh,
French as
Uncle Buck.
well.
Uncle Buck is fantastic.
Yep.
I
All
love
time
Uncle
great.
Buck.
I
Did
love
he-
the scene with the drill.
After watching this movie, did anybody else dream in Italian? Oh, I'm asleep now, and in my dreams, I sound like a Mario. No. I kind of wanted John Wick to accidentally pick it up, and he'd be like, "You done killed my dog."
Time.
Yeah.
No, but that's funny.
Honestly,
Well, Rome is. I
he
just
should have
was in Rome
taken the
last year.
jet.
It's gorgeous there.
No, this is
So-
the part that I needed a few extra scenes to understand. Admittedly, on my end, it was the whole like blood bond over the thumbprint with the coin and opening up, and you
Yeah.
see there's that mark to mark your mark. I'm like, okay, I gotta rewatch it for that. That was probably the one part I needed to have consecutive views to really fully grasp that concept. Because originally when I saw it in theater, I was just so caught up in the action right away that this dialogue kind of flew over my head. Even though
They're
luckily
starting to
much is said.
introduce more of the lore and this different world,
universe.
this world they inhabit.
Can you
Yes.
highlight Boosh? I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
He was being mean to me earlier, but this is too good.
Do it, man.
Well, no, Mad, you're gonna have to do it every time you kill somebody. You're gonna have to do it, Mad.
Nick, have you seen where I redub Mario's voice to make it more authentic in the trailers for the new ones?
The
I
Mario
gotta see
movie
that.
trailer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
I will definitely have to watch that because that is absolutely glorious.
I did the first 2 trailers and then they came out with 87 teasers. I'm like, I'm done. I did the 2. People get the joke. I'm not doing that voice anymore.
So, have any of you guys seen the training stuff that Keanu Reeves did for this movie?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
We're
doing
gonna
all
we're gonna
that,
ta-
yeah.
we're gonna take a look at that because I think that
Good
would
old
be
Terran
exquisite.
Tactical.
Because obviously I know Dustin and I know Mad. Obviously, since Mad came from the police, right
In
here,
military, yeah.
right here. Let's see. Let me.
But they don't teach you how to shoot like that.
No.
Okay.
Are you kidding? It would be financially feasible for the military to
John Wick Chapter 2.
give good training.
I'm just trying that out
Wahoo!
because in case of copyright
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool to see like Keanu Reeves like take this stuff like this seriously to actually do this. And I know Bram, I think you mentioned to me. I mean, people can say what they will, but I think it was Will Smith you said because you said Will Smith knows even the proper procedures of operating with guns too. Was it you that told me that, Brahma?
Well, there's a famous backstage shot where there's a whole bunch of guys around a table of all the prop guns. And one of the actors picks it up and is like just kind of swinging it around, and Will Smith snatches it out of his hand, checks it, makes sure that it's empty, and then it's like, don't ever point a fucking gun at my head, even if it's a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys ever seen FPS Russia? It's a gun channel. I'm not sure if they're still around.
No, he got
No.
felony charges, went to prison. He's
Oh.
out again, but he can't have any firearms though.
Anyway,
Oh,
you were
wow.
promoting him, Dash.
I didn't know.
Well, no, I mean it was a huge thing because he's not really Russian either.
What?
Yeah.
This liar.
Soul Assassin said FPS Russia died.
Oh,
I've
he?
never heard of this person.
I didn't hear
thought
that.
he was
I
a
haven't heard of
Twitch
him either.
gamer.
I didn't hear he died. But I knew he'd gone to prison and had federal charges, federal firearm charges, and a couple other things too. I think.
Oh no, he got one of those bump stocks.
No, he had full auto shit.
oh yeah. He had like bunch of old World War II stuff. Like he had ridiculous like things. I saw him like blow the crap out of an Xbox 360.
Well, it's legal to own as long as it's registered.
Right. I was about to say, yeah. If you have the
Oh,
correct
no, you have to have a
license,
class 3 license to own
Yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah.
You have to have like specific like federal licensing. You
yes.
can't like just have money and own it. You got to then like have a company and have a reason.
They just
to
have to pay
own it.
the tax because if it's before 1986, it's
True.
it was legal.
Well, yeah, but,
service
yeah,
number,
May
but
19th, 1986, you can own
That's
it.
when-
But yeah,
that was when Chuck Rangel took a voice vote and got that
Yep.
passed. Added that, and there was no vote on it. So, but unfortunately, that got passed. But so any machine guns made after 1986 can't be imported to the country. But there's a ton of machine guns like the STG-44. People were finding it. There was an old lady that found one in her attic. Their husband brought back from World War II. And then since it wasn't declared, they had to destroy it. I don't even think they could put it in a museum, unfortunately. But that's just an aside there.
For all the
Yeah,
my
but-
little meow meows in the chat, if you don't have a license 3 firearm, don't go on YouTube with full auto weapons and shoot them like an idiot.
or suppressors.
Do you have to have a license?
Well,
No,
you
you just
need
get the tax
manufacturer
stamp
to
for
sell them, you know, the
suppressing.
class 3, but you can
Yeah,
own them
yeah.
if you have the tax stamp, and you live in one of, I think,
one of the free states.
44 states that can own them.
That was the
there's
next
6
thing I was
states that
going
are
to
illegal,
do
I
to
think.
try to get subs. So, guess that's a no-go.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
yeah,
I'm
Firearms
glad
and
you-
YouTube are a definite no-go these days.
Speaking of firearms, so this morning, when I was creating the stream for the show, I originally had used as a thumbnail the one where you got all the weapons pointing at Wick, and when I had made the thumbnail for it originally, I got the stream going, and I was getting ready to throw on my direct donation link, and when I was going to put it on in the chat so I can pin the post, it said right off the bat, live chats are disabled for this stream. So I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
For
Even
what
though
stream?
It's clearly for this one.
Because the algorithm picked up the firearms.
Because of
probably.
the picture of the guns.
Yeah, of all the guns pointing at Wick. So obviously, I just I canned the stream, and I just ended up using the thumbnail that obviously it's on there right now.
Put
But
some
I was
Muppets
just,
up or something.
So freaking lame. It was promotional material. A stupid bot can't tell.
no, the bot is like so intelligent yet absolutely retarded. Somehow, it's impressive how intelligent and retarded the AI is. Both is like I didn't know it was possible to be both, but sometimes sometimes some things can be both. And
Like
that
Bill
is
Nye
what
the
it is.
Science
idiot.
Guy.
You got to look at who created it. I learned it from you, Dad. Okay, I learned it from you. That's why they're dumb.
And the cat's in the
And
cradle.
just speaking of that, Australia wasn't good. Australia was going to send this direct to DVD. They weren't going to put it in theaters.
That was too violent for them.
Wow.
The
Well, they don't
people who
like
gave
guns
us Mad
anyway.
Max.
Oh yeah, Australia's got mad censorship.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
No,
Wouldn't
that
put it
they've
back.
had for a long time, even before
Oh, I know
the times
UK
we
has
lived in.
had their issues too. I know. I'm aware of these countries. I like when I had the Dread stream that Garrett was on. I had the stream claimed in some countries because obviously that Dread movie's in like a bunch of weird legal rights, and it was copyright claimed in some countries. I'm like, what? Like. I'm not usually when it's claimed, it's just claimed, but then it said it's claimed in some countries and not viewable in some countries. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is so messy.
Did that get overturned or that's stuck?
It ended up being one of those like limited streams where it's just like limited monetization. But that's why I don't really try to monetize the Toxic Tuesday much because all the stuff with it is such a freaking
pain in the ass.
hassle.
So
And
Yeah.
even though
YouTube,
most of them do get lifted, it's just the process of going through it over and over and over. It's just like, oh, fuck, here we go
Yeah.
again.
Our last movies with Matt, we did Freddy versus Jason. And it has Kelly Rowan or whatever her name is from TLC and the girlfriend.
Roland.
Yeah, started doing the
Waterfalls.
the rap for from TLC.
Singing
I don't
it.
know why. Anyway, it's a whole thing, but it got banned from Russia because of TLC.
She didn't even sing it all that good.
Nuh-uh.
I thought about
I had to
tables,
crank it up
ladders,
because he
and
was
chairs.
whispering.
Yeah.
When you say TLC, I think tables, ladders, and chairs, the attitude era of WWF.
No, you don't remember Left Eye?
I got a copyright
We were
strike
just
for
talking about
complaining
that
it.
tonight.
I got a copyright strike for complaining and challenging a copyright claim by a totally unrelated act for a Beatles song.
What?
Wait, I'm
Yep.
confused. How
Totally
does that work?
unrelated act. Nothing to do with the Beatles. YouTube refused to overturn it, and they struck me for challenging it.
You got a
Wait,
Wait, you
copyright
got a
strike?
strike?
Yep.
Oh, there's Matt's favorite character
And
in the
it's
movie.
and they still haven't fit. He said your AI is fucked up. It's some gospel group, and they're copyright claiming the Beatles Revolution.
That's
Yeah,
On
this happened to my
YouTube-
buddy. He posted a video of his band playing a song. It's their song. It's his band,
Yeah.
and some other group copyrighted claimed the music, and
Yeah, and
it's like really disgusting death metal. I'm like, I don't think
I
you
got
know
a strike for challenging it.
Dude,
they
I
ref-
got 2 strikes from the WB because of street smarts. Because in the early 2000s, there was a game show on the WB back then that you probably heard in the background at 2 a.m. when you're holding your girlfriend's hair because you're puking and you just got back from the bar and you're like, oh, that sounds a weird show. That show had the same name as my show, and they're nothing alike. Got 2 strikes.
And they refuse to listen. They just will not listen.
So you had to change the name, Matt, or
Yeah, that's why it was 6 smarts.
Smots instead of smots.
So
And,
ActionCom, I do agree, because when you hear Ruby Rose speak, it's very unbearable.
It's
I think it was kind of like worked out that she ended up playing this character who had to speak sign language, because
Best casting ever, making her mute. Brilliant.
It probably did improve her for Mad. She never you never have to hear her speak.
Man, I'm just like, how the hell are you gonna hire someone that can't hear somebody walking up behind them? This dumb bitch. Like, she can't hear gunshots. Are they gonna sign? Boom, boom, or
she
pew,
doesn't need ear
pew,
protection.
pew,
pew
Stupid.
pew. We're going
What,
down that.
all things
what are you
I
gonna be like? Hey, Batwoman, which direction are those shots coming from? What thoughts? She don't know.
she is vengeance.
And
She's
I love the
deaf.
way Wick took care of her pretty quickly, thankfully too. So that
Thankfully.
was good. So
Thankfully, because that
he's
could have been.
tossing it around like crazy. Yeah.
So another, y'all gonna hate this too. There was a couple more issues that I had with the choreography. You had that thing where everybody runs to the guy, even though they have guns. The point of guns is that you don't have to run to them.
Run to the guy.
You do not have to hand deliver bullets. But there was multiple times in this show where they were running right up to him with their bullets. And the dumb, I'm not going to put this.
First.
I'm not going to put this on the movie because it's probably because she's a woman. She had a gun the whole time, and she wanted to knife fight a motherfucker. Dumb.
Oh, he's got the bulletproof suit.
He's
got to get him under the shirt, right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe a head.
I don't. Is he blind? I know Donnie Yen's in it, but I had no idea what.
No,
was
you're getting
going on
mixed.
with his deal.
I think Jonah's getting mixed up with Rogue One.
Oh yeah, that character. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember now. Yeah.
Oh, was mute not deaf? That actually makes sense now. Look, like my granddaddy always said, don't ever let the truth get in the way of a good story. So leaving it in.
Okay. Okay, Matt.
Wait, we don't know if she wasn't deaf, by the way.
Well, I didn't know.
She could have just
Deaf
had
An assumption.
bad hearing. She could have been, partial hearing, maybe.
She
Yeah.
definitely
Maybe she
could
could hear guns.
I just didn't know those are two different things.
the
But
legend,
hey, I
the
learned
legend.
I learned something new today. So
It's funny.
I'll-
Twitter
God.
didn't want her being Batgirl because she wasn't gay enough, and no one complained about her playing a possibly mute character. Well, then again, the whole standard's ridiculous. You should be able to play like anyone.
If if you could be a character and fit the character in the mold of it, then yeah, usually 9 times out of 10, that's what
I
more
think you need
important.
to take this to its logical conclusion. If there's a body in a movie, it needs to be played by a dead person. You know,
I was
like, we need to take this to the logical conclusion.
Oh,
you
there
know?
is no logical conclusion.
So
It's
what's the
stupid.
next? By your logic, then now we're soon using wire work to jump off buildings is bad. We need to now jump off buildings without things to hold us in case we fall. We need to just either go for it, and if we die, we die.
I can see that being an issue for Tom Cruise.
It could
Oh, yeah, he'll be the first one that
Oh.
goes. Seriously.
be-
Man, I want this treatment. I want to walk into a gun shop, not a gun shop, but like a place like this, and I just want. I want this. I need the. I
Yeah,
wanna have
no
more
one
money.
knows how
Tick.
much.
Butler dude is awesome. Like you know,
he's
he's
tick.
like firearms,
Boom.
like he's serving a meal.
Yes,
And
yeah.
it's great because no one knows what anything costs. You just throw whatever coins you have in your pocket, and that's going to cover it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is
man.
Is that
That's
Benelli
actually
four is probably like $4,000.
Very observant.
that's action movie logic where the things didn't always make sense because you were rolling with the ridiculousness of the action movie.
I don't think
I
I'd be
said-
buying Glocks though. I've never liked Glocks very much.
See, I've had Glocks a lot.
Well, it's like
Just
that's
comfortable
how
with
like
them.
it's the whole secret society thing. Like it's not supposed to like make like super logical sense. It's just supposed to be like, oh wow,
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. The excuse is, well, it's the Illuminati. They don't have to make sense. They don't need to know how much they're
You
spending.
mentioned the Illuminati.
Well, no, he
the
said secret
Illuminati.
societies.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah.
Like the souls.
I mean, how much of a secret is the high table? Because, like, there was a lot of people at that museum. At
at the park, I'm pretty sure 70% of New York are bounty hunters.
Right.
That's
they're all
right.
happy.
Everyone's
Yeah.
a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I feel much safer in New York now. And just want to add
Isn't that
the
Assassin
sommelier.
Flash
He's
mob
also
there,
this guy's also the voice of Darth Maul from
He's
Star
Kang
Wars.
the Conqueror as well in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Kang the
Yeah.
Conqueror. Peter Serafinowicz.
Oh,
By the way,
Serafinowicz.
For me,
And-
Glock,
and
though,
the
is
tech.
because what I carried at work. So to have that continuity,
You've got more
with what
time
I
with it
use.
than other
Yeah.
stuff.
oh, lordy.
Of course, they could be living in a simulation, which is why everyone's a bounty hunter.
That is true. This could be like an extension of the Matrix.
It's a
apparently,
simulation.
Sherry.
it makes sense now. Like
Yeah.
these are the real Matrix sequels. It
That's right.
explains everything.
Yeah, he's living in a simulation.
No, it's a Jacob's Ladder scenario. He died with that dog on his floor.
I
This
think
is
you said
all
that
in his
last
head.
week, and it
Yeah.
could be. That could be very true.
I
yeah.
think so. That's
You're-
the only way I'm going to forgive
So
some
you're
of this
going-
shit.
You're going with the Joker treatment for that? You're going with that Joaquin Joker treatment for that? No.
Spoilers. I
No,
never
the
watched
Jacob's,
that.
the Jacob's Ladder. Yeah.
Jacob's Ladder is on his deathbed.
All right, sorry. I've
Yeah.
not seen Jacob's Ladder. I
Oh,
just,
it's a good movie.
maybe they
It's a
got
good
from
movie.
Jacob's Ladder for all I know.
It's a very
No,
good
I
movie.
heard
That's an old movie, though.
that movie inspired Silent Hill too. So I do need to see Jacob's Ladder at some
It's a
point.
creepy movie.
It's creepy. Yeah, it's good. Very good.
Creepy as all hell. Yeah.
Bounty hunter, but I play one on TV.
Hey, if Lorenzo Lamas can be a bounty hunter, anybody can.
Or Fernando Lamas. Or Lorenzo. Or Fernando. Fernando
Older
Lamas.
reference lost on younger
hands get
viewers.
wet.
It's lost on younger people. That Ricardo Montalban y Fernando Lamas.
Well, I don't.
Mini
It's
Padre
so
videos.
weird when you see that whole. Well, everyone can be this. Everyone can be that. No, not really. Not really. Handy Randy can only be Handy Randy, right, Med?
Oh, listen, man, I've been holding on to the story about him at the gun range. Let me know when you're ready.
Do tell. Go ahead.
Yeah, you've been holding on to it, unlike Handy Randy was. Couldn't,
Exactly.
He couldn't hold on to
Listen.
it.
See, Handy Randy can't do everything.
We are on a live fire range, and this baby-handed motherfucker he's on the line, and we're going through different drills, and one of them's like, if your hand is disabled for whatever reason, right? Makes it difficult. The way you get the magazine out and what's to change out the magazine, and this sumbitch is like this with the gun down the range. We're like, whoa, hey, this is a safety violation. You can't be. I mean, because pointing it, because he can't do it with his little baby hand. He's using his elbow to try to get the magazine in and shit. But yeah, he almost killed us. He failed that. He failed the driving course because you had to hold the wheel at the bottom. He couldn't. He was gonna do like this.
Did he actually pass anything?
Do you think you
No,
could get him on a
'cause-
stream with us?
No, I have no contact with
Well, he
him.
can't work the controls or the laptop. so
He
can't
failed.
work then.
Well, he failed the OC course thing too because he again with his baby hand he's over. He talks the guy down and he looks at his gun, looks at the guy, looks at his gun, tosses the gun behind him because he has to handcuff the guy. What is he gonna do with the gun? Put it in the safe distance. And the dude's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And he failed for that too because he threw his gun away. But yeah, man.
But he did make you feel like you had an enormous penis when he tossed you. Is what
Well,
you're saying.
yeah, that was for Tinder and Bumble.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's the same thing they did in the Hobbits. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing gay about that. They're just friends.
So
No, it's not gay.
Pinochet's
He can't feel anything in that hand.
that sounds like almost like there's a wet fight going on there. Gotta keep his hand wet.
Oh,
a
it's about
fight.
to get really wet soon.
Oh, it is, especially at this sweaty concert. But Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says Rose's character is like quiet in Metal Gear 5. I did not get around to Metal Gear 5, but I believe you. It sounds like you know what you're talking about.
Is that the Phantom? Oh yeah, Quiet. I love that game.
you
Only
said,
Metal Gear game I played.
Well, a lot of the Metal Gear games, especially the first one, are very inaccessible. You need a PS1. Like, you know, it's only on the PS1. There hasn't been. I think there's a remake on the GameCube, but apparently it's like the best one is the first one.
The first one's good. It was really short. It's probably around 3 hours. But for me, one was really good and 4 was really good. I mean, 2 is good, but that one kind of like fucked with me when I was a teenager because there's a scene where the guy you're on the intercom with is telling you to turn off your video game system.
Yeah.
And you know, you're a teenager and you're like, oh, is my freaking system possessed? And all of a sudden I turn that shit off. And I'm like, guys, my PlayStation is telling me to turn it off. Like, oh, it's me too. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. But
or the Psycho Mantis fight.
Yeah,
having to plug the controller into the other port.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
Nick,
that
you
was
get your
clever
hands...
back then. That was clever. Like, I'm sure that messed with a lot of people.
Oh, it worked
Yeah.
on me, man. I was 13 or 14 when that happened, and I was like, bro, what the shit is this? Like, this is not what I bargained for. I just want to play a game and have some fun.
Oh, by the way, Italians have
you
horrible
like to
taste
play
in music.
Castlevania.
Oh, Castlevania. I used to be hooked on that one. Hooked. Even though
the other night.
Caught the first season of it. I haven't caught anything since that, but the first season of that was really good.
Oh, you're talking about the Netflix show.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first season was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't watch after season 2 because of I heard you know, Alucard gets he gets a
little bit by.
Well, no, like he gets like downright raped.
Ooh, man. So like Kurt Russell in South Park?
Like he gets it like by a guy and a girl, and he enjoys it. Like, you know, and
Well,
like
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
He gets by with a little help from his friends.
yeah, exactly. And then apparently he freaking impales them.
So you got Randy. Yeah, we'll call it on here. We'll call it Randy.
Yeah.
You got Randy.
That time, I heard you coming.
Real quick,
Are we about
Nick,
to get some Mad Mardigans on the screen?
Before we
Nick.
do, hold on. I got another one from Pinochet for 2. Says though Quiet actually had a better backstory. LOL.
That's debatable, bro. Her shit was cuckoo bananas. Ooh, I breathe through my skin. That's why I'm wearing only a bra. Whatever. Anyways, gross. Nick, but Phantom Pain, I think you would enjoy it. Legit, the game. You go to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You trank Africans. You attach them to a balloon and you take them back to your base, which is like an oil rig out in the ocean. You put them in prison until they agree to work for you.
So it's just Metal Gear.
This is the
right?
game. You
What?
kidnap people from Africa. You put them behind bars until they agree to work for you.
So sounds
It's
like
bananas.
I don't
Sounds
know.
like
It seems
history.
like you're taking one part of the game and trying to like make an allegory out of it.
I think
No,
he
I'm
is, but-
I'm just describing what happens in the game. Do you not go to Africa, tranquilize people, put them on your rig, and then they're forced to work for you? I'm having to look around the J.
I don't know. I mean, I'd rather play that than play any more of
I
Death
love the game.
Stranding. Oh
I
my
love the
God,
game.
you love Death Stranding?
No, I love Phantom Pain.
He loved tranking the Africans and
talking
putting
Metal
them
Gear.
to work.
I went to Afghanistan as well and took them.
Oh, here's the wet part.
Well, this is not,
No,
this
this
is
is
not
not
your
much-
man. This is not,
not
the
much of
man
a fight.
getting wet. Yeah, it's just her getting wet and leading herself to her own death, and she's like,
Yeah,
bro.
at first I thought she was like seducting him, like, "Oh, please don't kill me, Wick." And then he's like, "No, I'm mercy killing myself."
No.
That
But
was a
what-
little confusing to me
Well-
too. I'm like, why is she just? I mean, and then I guess because she's like going out her own way, but
Yeah, she's temperamental.
like,
she's a
Gonna go out her own
woman.
way. Yep.
Oh, I'm an independent woman. You're not gonna tell me how I'm gonna die. Or whatever.
Well, it's very Italian, right? The Roman baths.
Oh, sorry. You're not gonna tell me how I'm gonna die. Nailed it. Wahoo!
Oh, dude. Oh, that
You
was
don't
too
you don't
good.
approve of one less female character in the movie? I mean,
So well then so Matt, but since she she offed herself pretty much, does that enhance the experience of the movie?
I fast forward when she was talking. I'm
Man,
not gonna sit here and listen
John
to
Wick's
her.
mere presence was enough to cause her to kill herself.
See, Mad doesn't like MILFs, mature Italians that.
Oh,
you'd
here
like-
we
like
go.
to fondle.
Crossbound lovers, right here.
Well, these two. Well, of course, these two are lovers, but they see no matter what happens. Oh, you beat me to it, Mark. I was gonna say they're never gonna match Rocky 3 ever. They could try. They take a few falls
nothing-
together.
Nothing compared to Dudikoff and James.
They put a lot of pointy things next to each other. They get very pointy with each other, and it shows. But at the end of the day,
They're very professional.
I don't know, guys.
John Wick's stick is the stick that prevails.
By the way, who was that said he wasn't trying to kill him? He unloads magazine after magazine. Anyway.
He tries to disarm him most of the fight.
Yeah, so he doesn't get stabbed.
See, they had joy. They had fun. Yes, they did. They straight up did. They just need to. Well, they just need to rough each other up a bit, and then they can realize that they was secretly in love there all along. Sometimes you have to get through the dirty stuff to get to the loving stuff, and they need to blood each other up a bit, pointy things and all.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a big fan of the first one, but I think I enjoy Extraction more than at least the last two John Wick movies.
Oh,
I think
I love
Extraction
how-
is a very well done film.
Okay.
I love how slow these people are to react. Like people are dropping and they think it's all fake.
Well, yeah, they're
Part of
Italian.
the show. Part of the show.
Yeah, they're all high on Italian mushrooms and shit. Their music's horrible.
I didn't
And
get
they're
any
like,
Italian
we need
mushrooms
more
when
of
I
the
was there
Parmesan.
last year.
Anyway.
Yes. No, I mean I like comment in the same, but I don't think he's coming back.
What?
though.
Was anybody else bothered by the optics that he had on his AR-15?
What do you mean? I'm not knowledgeable on that type of thing.
Well, I mean,
maybe
he-
Dustin might.
he had
have an answer to that.
a multi-zoom scope on top, as if he's gonna be popping heads from 400 meters.
Yeah, distance. He had distance
Right?
instead of and then he had the tiny reticle.
Well,
the
yeah,
tiny red
for
dot
the
reticle on top of
flip,
it.
right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was no need for all that optic power on top. I mean,
Yeah.
one, that gun was not built and designed for distance. You're talking CQC.
Yeah.
Well, the butler told him it's 1.6 times magnification. It was a selling point.
Well, even that's too much. I mean, this is close combat. I mean, this is
Yeah.
you're shooting your neighbor, you're shooting your buddy right next to you.
Yes.
I thought it was weird too, where he went from an assault rifle, then to a shotgun, then to a pistol. It's like, why
Usually
would
it's
you
the other way
switch?
around.
Why would you switch to? You'd think you'd stack a bunch of assault rifles. The shotgun,
Yeah,
is,
just bring more
more
ammo.
cool to use.
Well,
But
usually the pistol
and then
goes the last
reload into
resort.
shotguns.
Rifles last after that, but
Yeah, slow too. So you'd have.
I think
a
in the
shotgun maybe.
situation where he was going under these tunnels, an SMG would have been better anyway.
No, never. Fuck
But-
that, dude. That shit's so inaccurate unless you're
Well, not
touching
fully
their.
automatic. I mean, I would never go that. I would always go.
Well, then what the point's
I
having
mean-
an Uzi? We're back in the early 90s
Well,
and
I'm
80s.
not talking-
Everybody
I'm
had an
talking like
automatic
MP5,
Uzi.
something accurate. No, I'm talking
Nah,
something
bro.
accurate like Scorpion, MP5, something like that.
Okay, I'll give you that. I
Something
immediately
MP5,
went
yeah.
90s action film with the Uzi. Chuck Norris
got it.
with the double.
Or the
Not
Mac
hitting
10. You had
shit.
the Mac
Yeah.
10.
The Mac 10, yeah.
I'm
it's all
thinking
the same.
realistic
Shit
here. I'm
gun.
not talking like a tin can with bullets in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. That's where I went.
I should have brought out the M1 carbine. Come on.
Yeah, 8 rounds. That's good.
That's all he needs,
7
right?
rounds.
I need to watch Extraction. Is that supposed to be
It's brilliant.
Chris Hemsworth being
Yeah.
John Wick?
Well,
awesome.
it's directed by one of the stunt people from John Wick. Does an amazing
Stuntman.
job. He has a couple of great runners, one shots. Oh man,
I
awesome!
thought it was
awesome.
the Russos that did
Yeah, it's a good movie.
No, they produce it, but they didn't direct it.
They're making a second one as well.
Mhm.
There is,
Yeah,
there is a
it's
follow-up,
coming out
yeah.
this year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Extraction is legit, fucking good.
I watched it. I thought it was okay.
I remember
Yeah, it's a
wanting to
long
watch
movie.
that.
I kind of like barely remember it. I remember him trying to protect the kid. I remember they were on the bridge at the end.
Yeah, they have a couple of really good oneers in it.
Ooh, that's all you need to tell me to settle me in on that one. Sweet. No, I will have to check out because I was remember originally wanting to, and I didn't get around to right away. And I had same thing with Nobody, but eventually I got to Nobody, and I really enjoyed that one. And that
Nobody was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
Wait, what movie?
It was a fun movie.
No, you know, oh, Matt, you never
It's the
seen
one with
Nobody?
Odenkirk.
No, I didn't hear the title of it.
That's
Nobody.
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 Oh, Nobody. Yeah, I saw
I
it.
haven't watched that one yet.
It was fine.
Oh, Mad. Go watch
That scene was
Batwoman,
good.
Mad. Just go watch.
Oh yeah, I've seen the
I've
posters
seen
for this
Nobody.
movie. I haven't seen it though, but it says it's on HBO Max, so I'm not canceling that just yet. So maybe I'll check it out.
Hell, Batwoman is about that. Well, that's the thing. I mean, has she? I don't know if she's done anything since obviously her Batwoman career, because obviously she had this. She had some other like movie. I think actually I did a show on it with Yeti Cast. Actually, she did this movie, and it obviously didn't do well. Supposed to come out like early 2020, to be fair. And then she had Batwoman. Then that was it.
Yeah,
Well,
she got
she
screwed
was
over
almost
with
paralyzed.
Batwoman, though.
Yeah,
Like-
she was almost
like-
paralyzed on set on Batwoman. I think she's
Oh.
taking a break for a minute.
Well, it's been an extended vacation.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, they
she's also
fired her ass.
untalented.
No, she can't act her way out of a paper bag or a bat suit. I mean, God.
And her head is misshapen.
She was an Orange
I
is
mean,
the
it
New
is.
Black one, like, dude.
Oh, you say that
Yep.
she's a dickhead?
No, I wish. Ugh. At least she would be aesthetically pleasing to look at, but no. She has that weird, I'm too skinny for this body, but I only eat carrots, some shit, you know?
An orange on a toothpick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It
then she was
reminds me-
bad mouthing the production, and then they came out and said, initially they were like, "Oh, we agreed not to, say anything. She's leaving." Then like, "No, we fired your ass. Screw you." So yeah, that's. But of course, we did. Thankfully, we got what 2 more seasons of Batgirl after she left. Or
Oh,
Yeah,
Last
she ended up
sure.
doing 2 seasons, right? And
Ruby was 1, and then the
yeah,
other girl
Ruby is
came-
1, and she
We
was
got 2
supposed
more,
to be
right?
she was supposed to be this big deal name because they were trying to set her up to be this big character that would be very prominent, and obviously she ended up doing the 1 season. And then there was the 2 extra seasons with Javicia Leslie or whatever her name is. I've never watched it, but I do know Javicia did those things, and I just remember I was just like, so they did a tokenized Batman, and then they tokenized the tokenized character. I was just like, wow.
Well, yeah, her
Hey, Tom's
backstory.
here.
Tom, how's it going, sir? Anyways, I did not catch that actually. Of the handful of times I have watched this, I actually did not catch that. I guess even I miss a few things in the world. Hi, Pinochet. Mother $2 says, in my unit, I was issued an ACOG for my M4. Love Qualls.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys know the pronunciation. Did I say that right, or did I butcher that?
Yeah,
shit?
no, you good. Yeah, I had a M68 on mine. Yeah, ACOGs are good for what they are, but
ACOG.
ACOG?
ACOG.
Advanced combat
ACOG.
optical gun sight, not a cock.
The cockening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
ACOG
I
is
love
good.
what he does here. Like, well, he's like shooting those guys, and then he snaps that guy's neck with his leg.
Yeah.
No, wait,
Yeah.
no.
Well-
I misremembered it. I think he just shoots him in the head.
And the big sumo wrestling type guy shoots him through the head, and then he's walking away. It was much earlier in the movie.
Yeah,
and then
good.
shoots him again, like the guy makes a noise. It's like the guy
Oh,
just
yeah.
got
The sumo guy is like invincible. We'll talk about him like when he comes up.
The
By
dude
the
was
way,
a fucking Yokozuna. Of course, like seriously, he just had so much flubber that I guess the shot didn't go in deep enough, so he needed a little extra push.
Well, luckily in these tunnels, everybody skid to a stop because they just kept running up to him like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then he got him, If only they would just, all right, we're going to stop. He's going to come down this way. We're not going to run to him. It's a crazy idea.
So you're gonna be the one that comes mad?
What?
You're gonna be the one that comes?
Oh, you'll hear me when I do. Man, I have never seen anyone set up better for a clip to be played and not play it. This is insane.
I know, that was the perfect setup, man. I don't know what happened there.
Yep.
Ruby Rose kills one of her own guys.
Well, apparently she did, according to deleted scenes, and it was just one of those things that we missed it.
I know he said it as if she did it because she's so cold and just wants to get him. I think she's just a woman shooting a gun. It's dark in there. Women can't see in 4K. That's a real thing, by the way. I talked to my eyologist, and because I told her.
Oh, your eyologist?
Yeah, the doctor of eyes. Anyways.
Yeah.
Because I'm a guy, so I never make these appointments. I keep my contacts.
You
in
never
forever.
go to the doctor until you're dead.
Hell
right?
no. But the girlfriend's like, you got to go, blah blah blah, and then I had to pretend to try on glasses.
She made the appointment for you too.
Oh,
probably.
yeah, of course. What the fuck? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm there and I'm talking to the eyologist, and I'm like, hey, I've been doing this research, kind of, chicks can't see the difference between 4K and 1080p. I think it's some evolutionary thing because they didn't have to go hunting like we did. They're like, oh, look at the pretty colors or whatever, and they can't see 4K. And she's like, that's actually a very good theory. I'm going to have to look into that. So, yeah, it was proven correct. My hypothesis was proven by a doctor.
Well, it's also been...
My wife swears up and down she can't tell the difference between standard def, high def, and like 480.
Oh,
She's
you got
like,
a real woman. Yeah, no, she's 100% woman.
It's also been clinically proven that they're unable to see toilet seats because they clearly can't operate them. So they actually can't see them. They don't,
Yeah.
That's why they fall into them, right?
Yeah, they can't seem to operate them, so they can't be able to see.
I remember in the middle of the night we're at college.
Yeah.
And
It's amazing.
Girl fell into the toilet. She's like yelling, "Fuck, who left the toilet seat?" But it's like, why don't you look before you go to sit down?
Exactly, they can't see them.
Oh, you had one of those high def 4K toilet seats?
Not seeing. Why didn't any of these guys bring night vision goggles to ambush Wick in these catacombs?
Oh, there's too much light in there. You don't need that.
Oh, yeah, I guess there is a lot of light.
But
they just, paying for light in Italy is very expensive. They they don't want to pay that light bill, so that's why they just keep everything off.
By the way, my next research is going to be if I don't think they can hear in 4K either, because they.
Is that what happened to you, man, when you got your new 4K TV and you ask your significant other to take a look at it? Like, I don't see a difference. You're like, what do you mean you can't see a difference? Right?
I've always wanted to be able to use that what's it called? Adobe. Is it Adobe? Vision?
Dolby Atmos.
Dolby. Yeah, but they have Vision.
Dolby
right?
Atmos. Dolby Vision.
Yeah.
Dolby Vision. Yep.
Yeah, but I hadn't had a TV that had it. And I got her an Xbox S, not X. She's playing Sims and shit. I got her the S. Anyways, and I got her a new TV, and her TV has Vision. I'm like, this bitch. I mean, I bought it, but you know what I mean? I'm like, this is crazy. She has it on, oh man. She plays that Xbox on 1080p or some shit, or 760.
720.
Whatever. She got mad at me because I tried to set up her TV. I'm like, no, let me put it in.
You put it in 4K for you.
Yeah.
You fucked her up.
Like, I can't see shit. I can't see where I'm going.
It's too tiny. It's too tiny. I can't see the people trying to kill me.
I better watch my mouth. I'm going to apologize.
Anyway. Well, just give her your well-written apology.
So I always have it in hand.
The hidden cam groveling.
How come we haven't seen
Oh man,
Randy
they're
Randy
tackling
in the
each
chat?
other. Oh man, Wick has his hands on his shoulder.
Oh, dude, I love this fight between Wick and Cassian. It's a badass fight. I mean,
Yeah, they have some really good fights in this movie.
they have this one, then they have the one on the train. But obviously that one's a bit quicker. But this one's great because it just goes on. It feels like a longer fight than actually is, just because of the brutal hits that they dish out to each other. And I know we were talking earlier about you guys. I think most of you think that he was trying to not kill him.
I said that.
I don't know. I don't think he really wanted to kill him.
That wasn't me. That was Brahma.
I still don't understand why he,
talking.
That
I
was
mean,
Brahma.
he was a bodyguard. She's dead. What does he give a shit about at this point?
Exactly.
I mean,
why does he
point.
care?
Well, I think it was like some sort of like wardship.
Well, in this economy, I mean, you'll be
This
lucky
wasn't
if you
that
find another
economy.
job,
How many
he's not
coins
getting
is he
any
getting
more
from
coins
her?
out of her.
right?
No, it was like a wardship. Like, I guess he was like, just like Wick had the contract. I guess he had some sort of contract too.
Good
And
Lord,
I
how
guess
long
it
does his
goes-
last? Because usually it's to complete something. He's just her bodyguard in perpetuity.
In
like
perpetuity, yes,
yeah.
to the grave, to his grave. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
no
he's
wonder
gotta
he was
kill
like,
John
"Yeah,
Wick
you're cool by
because
yourself."
John Wick killed his ward.
Right?
If he doesn't go
covered
after
it,
John Wick, then they'll try to kill him.
but would they?
Cassian actually got along with the ward. He actually liked her
Why the hell did he leave her alone then?
because he thought she was gonna get her makeup done or
Because
something.
she told him to go and put the toilet seat down. He had to go do it.
So that will that make common then the soy boy then?
Yeah, I think Cassian was kind of a simp for her. Definitely.
I mean, maybe he likes oat milk. Who knows?
What the fuck? Is that an Italian joke?
I don't think that's a ugh noise. Oh damn it! Dustin.
Please, no. Explain it in great
It
detail.
must be really bad.
I
He's
thought
not
he was
gonna-
talking
Is this a
about her.
keto thing?
No. I mean, no. Oat milk isn't keto. It's got oats in
Well, how
it.
the fuck do I know? I'm not subscribed to your channel.
I appreciate that, by the way.
I'm
It's
subscribed.
the first time I've been like,
That's right. That's a good thing, Dustin. That's a good thing.
no,
Good
but
comeback,
there's like,
Dustin.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the pea protein milk would be worse, but I don't know.
The what?
Eh?
There's pea protein milk.
Who's
there's soy
pea?
milk, almond milk, oat milk.
There's Brahma's
Bull's milk.
Bull's milk is the
That's
best.
not,
thing.
but that's not vegetarian or vegan.
It's actually neither dairy or vegetarian. It's hard to tell what it is.
Well, depending on his diet, sometimes it's citrus.
What the fuck?
Citrus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Citrus.
It's a tinge of bourbon in it. I believe.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typically.
If
It's
after
oak.
a cup of Brahma's milk, you do not want to go driving, you will get pulled over.
You'll be addicted
Yeah.
to cigarettes.
Yes, it's got that oak cask.
It's a fact.
Oh man,
smoky,
breathtaking.
Smoked bourbon.
smoked bourbon.
Mark, do you see that again? Oh, it's man, you look breathtaking. Just saying. Now I see what it's like when Matt doesn't have the hat on. I now see that the mane of hair on the Mardigan head. He's always wearing that Bo Sox hat all the time.
No, that wasn't me. You heard Brahma through my speakers.
Yeah, but if you had Dolby Atmos speakers, then you'd have heard that better. Good thing you didn't.
It was definitely me,
Yes, he said,
female imposter.
he goes, I'm gonna go watch the replay, motherfucker. I'm like, go watch the replay again. See what happens.
So, Matt, do you own John Wick in 4K so you can play it for your
Oh,
girlfriend?
I watched it without her.
He's got
Watch
two
it on there.
copies, both in 2K.
2K.
One for the Spunk Bank.
Oh, we watched that plane movie.
Yeah.
With the
Oh,
Gerald Butler.
Gerald Butler movie.
Yeah,
Got it.
it
I
was.
haven't watched it yet.
It was something.
I watched
Were
it
there any
last
snakes
week.
on the plane, or
No, but a lot of women. Ugh.
As long as they weren't flying the plane.
Oh,
we're
thank
okay.
God.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know.
They
So
never
who-
would have made it to the island.
I mean,
So the
I hope,
snakes would
I
have?
mean, I hope it's good because I mean, after Geostorm, Gerald Butler deserves to be in a good movie.
What the fuck?
does.
Geostorm was awesome. Geostorm. You know,
Geostorm was terrible.
What the fuck? I don't think you know good movies, bro. Geostorm was legit. Lightning
Has
and
anyone
shit.
else seen Geostorm?
I've not seen Geostorm.
Oh, guess what we're doing after this?
tried.
Yes, we've seen Geos.
Watching
I tried really hard not to watch it.
What the hell is Geostorm about?
Oh,
Good
it-
science.
Storm.
If we got any memers here, Billy Go Boom just went open season on Brahma and Mad right here. So now we know who are the two. Now we know who truly are the lovers on the panel here. It makes sense. I can actually see Brahma as common. I can actually see. Yeah,
That's
he's got,
true,
he's got,
Brahma
this-
and
he's got
common.
those
This is
eyes
some
of love.
bullshit.
Hell,
Hold
he's
on.
got those. Hey, look at those dude. Those are
The
romantic.
biggest dick
signs
I've
on.
ever seen on a man.
They already look
On a man.
identical.
I'm the one that's black adjacent. Why does he get to be common?
Because I've got my camera in black and white.
You ain't even listen to Bourbon and Lax.
But he's got
That's
the
a
shaved
masterpiece,
head
though.
and he's got the eyes. And besides, you should be flattered.
And I
He
got
likes
the
your mane.
card.
He likes your mane of hair. Yes, it is because he's bald. That's straight up why. But you know what? Look, you can see you can make a good reface right there. You can see it right there. That's a good
Yeah.
reface of Brahma as common. I'm just
Look
saying.
for one.
It's there, and this is of course one of those lines that becomes a line that pays off later. Like consider it professional currency. I saw that, and then of course when they have their part 2 later, and then he gets to toss that line back, I was just like, yeah, I remember that line from earlier.
Well-
I understood that reference.
Somebody
I
brought
get
this
that
up.
reference.
Someone brought this up earlier when we were talking about if she's deaf or not, because somebody's like, "Oh, but she's not deaf." So when he does sign language back, is he just trolling her, or is he trying to communicate with her because he's deaf?
Well, she was pissed that he was signing back to her. I think wasn't she?
No.
Well, the
I don't
interesting
think she
thing is
reacted.
she's a Prisoner fan. If you catch that, if you're the Prisoner show, she says, "I'll be seeing you."
I think she's just got resting bitch face. She wasn't pissed.
Well, her head looks like if oh, damn it, it was such a good joke. If Sloth was a vegetarian. Thank you. That's a Goonies reference.
Hero.
Yeah, no more baby Ruths for this chick.
Be right back, dudes. Carry this.
Oh hell yeah!
I
I'm
know you.
taking
I know
over
you
now.
got it, Mad.
Mad's in charge.
We're only gonna kick you out anyway, so take over while you
Look.
got the opportunity.
Listen, I feel like I'm gonna have to break this movie down like Shade Diversity. What's his name? He talks like
Shadversity?
this.
Shadiversity.
Yeah, that
Shea
guy.
Diversity.
Yeah, him.
Is he next to Shea Stadium?
Fuck if I know. I think he's Australian, isn't he? Who
Nah,
knows? Who
he
cares?
Does medieval stuff. And
Yeah, but he is
occasionally
Australian.
movie reviews.
Yes, he's Australian. But anyway, I'm gonna have to break this movie down like what he does with action scenes because you guys are missing some big flaws in this one. It gets
What about all
worse,
these
too.
women in the operating room? You know,
Well, that's
the
fine.
Telephone
That's,
operators.
no, that's
okay.
fine. Yeah,
That's fine. Yeah.
look, I'm not saying that women shouldn't have jobs. They shouldn't. I'm just saying they shouldn't have the cool ones. Anyways, with this, especially in the end fight when he's fighting all the guys, he's like, I only got 7 bullets. Well, then why do you keep walking past all the guns? He picks up 1 or 2 guns along the way, but for the most part, he just keeps moving. Do I need this automatic rifle here? Nah, gonna leave
Maybe
that one on the ground.
because he's after one guy and he isn't like interested in the rest of of killing all the henchmen.
But he does kill all the henchmen.
Yeah, because it's a John Wick movie.
What,
I mean,
okay, is that what we're going to be doing on Toxic
Ooh,
Tuesday?
Commodore 64.
Every time I'm like, this is an inconsistency or this doesn't make sense. It's a John Wick movie. Like that doesn't seem good.
Okay, well, I mean, like, you know, obviously all the henchmen are just going to find the way in their way of Wick's gun at some point because that's what happened.
That's not my problem. My problem is he doesn't pick up their guns when he's done, even though he is out of ammo.
Well, at least he picks up some because most movies,
Yes,
it
1 or
drives me
2
crazy
along the way, but he passes right by the AR-15s and everything
Yeah.
else.
He'll
most
even
movies
check for extra mags in some of the ones he picked it up. He picks up some and checks their coat for extra mags.
Very inconsistent.
And I'm trying to figure out how you get on this text message list because I want to make $7 million.
Everyone in New York City
is a killer in the Wickverse. So just when you thought like, wow, New York City can't get any worse, they make it worse in the Wickverse. They made everyone is a killer. And John Wick
that's
is
got to
still
be
a nice
real
man.
competitive market too. Like, how do you make money? You know, it's like
Killing.
everyone that's on YouTube. You know, like everyone's on YouTube. Everyone's an assassin.
The high
monetize.
How do you
your
get monetized?
assassination. Yeah, you monetize your assassins.
The high table wants Mr. Beast.
They would. Doctor, I'm trying to imagine like a hit, the Doctor Disrespect or something like. I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
that.
Doctor Disrespect.
Yep. Regardless, right now for me, I saw this. I didn't see any inconsistencies here. I heard Mad what he said about with the gun. Thing is, at least he actually did go for a few guns, and he made do with what he had. Also, he kicked a lot of these guys' asses. Sometimes it was with a fucking pencil. Sometimes it was with his fists along the way. He killed.
Right. Yeah. Luckily, they kept trying to hand deliver the bullets to him. So yeah, he was able to take them down with his hands. But
okay,
one of you guys that liked this one, explain to me. So Wick is back in New York already, right?
Okay.
He's already gotten back from Italy. Why the hell would they wait until he's left Italy and gotten all the way back to New York to put in the contract on him? Because he's already off the plane when they're calling him. But why wouldn't they have put the contract in
because they don't have
before he even left the country?
They don't have the internet in Italy.
That part always bugged me.
What happened?
He's saying why didn't they put out the hit on him right away?
Wait till he gets back to New Jersey.
Yeah,
that is weird because
flight,
so why would you wait until he's on the ground to be calling and setting up the contract?
And if they're going to New York, well, if they're going to New York, 30% of the passengers on that plane are assassins.
70%,
probably.
Yeah,
70%.
You would think that would be the best place to corner him is on the plane.
Well, because even Al from Deadwood, he even says, hey, he gave a time. It will not start until 1 hour.
Well, that's
the next movie.
That's the end of the movie.
What I'm saying
and that's
is,
when he was taking it to another level.
That's what I'm saying is.
Yeah, that one was global.
Okay. What I'm saying is, obviously, you can tell them it does not start until this time, or it should start immediately
on the local level.
I mean, it seemed like the Italian dude shit was pretty worldwide, wasn't it?
No, well, he was in Italy. I get what you're saying with Italy, but as far as being when he was on his way back to his country, they said for New York City, because they thought that's New York City was clearly going to be all they needed to get the job done.
Oh, I didn't know the bounties were locally designated.
Well, you did see when he showed that how much he could control those people when he was having Winston was having that final conversation in New York City.
The assassin
Right.
So
no, I get
so
that,
I
but
I read a fun fact about this sumo. It was like the reason that he can be kicked in the junk and not react is because sumos are actually trained to retract their testicles into their stomachs.
Anyway,
true.
But what I was talking about wasn't how many assassins there. I'm talking the bounty is only valid within the New York City area.
He did start off local, and then he decided to up his game because they failed.
I think that's where they sent the contract. Like they put the contract out in the U.S.
Yeah,
and
you're
then
talking about two different contracts.
Everyone in the world.
Yeah, I know. I'm only talking about the first one.
The one.
But I think the problem is that they didn't want to pay. If somebody killed them in Italy, they'd have to pay them in euros. Nobody wants that.
Okay, can we get a serious answer? Because I'm curious. $7 million is a lot to be like, no, you're from Kansas City, you can't do anything about it.
If you're applying that logic, is everyone just gonna be able to fly in and stop at what they're doing within the quick amount of time? Because these people are all accessible, they're convenient, they're all there,
and they all suck. They all got killed.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'm just
Okay.
saying, if I am in Memphis, Tennessee, and I see a contract come up for $7 million and it's New York, I may take the
Not
trip.
everyone has the. Yeah, you would, but within that time frame of when that contract goes out to when this happens, so everyone get there within that time. If you really break it
Why
down, that
private?
far.
It's $7 million.
What are you talking about? He's still alive after he killed
Right.
all these people. I don't have to
And the
be
other
there
part of it
when
is-
when they start fighting. I just got to get there while he's alive and then kill him.
Yeah.
I don't have to
And-
be there
So
for the
what,
start
what
of the
is the
fight.
time? So what's the time that takes place in between he arrives on the ground to when he leaves?
I
How
don't
much time
I don't
passes?
know.
Well, then
We don't know.
I feel like that logic doesn't really stand
Well,
unless
I don't
we
know.
the,
I don't think you're
what time
understanding
stands. No,
what
I
I'm
do
saying. It has
understand.
nothing to do with time. I'm talking about
It
location.
does. It does with the. Well, see, the time does factor in location because if you guys mentioned coming from Kansas
pencil.
or even
Pencil.
any of those
I know,
states,
I'm just
unless
asking,
they,
is it
unless they all
possible?
have a jet. Then
No,
yes, they
is
can
it?
all
I'm just
come
asking
there.
if it's possible because we keep talking about this contract is local. What does that mean that it's local?
But the
Is
contract said that it was open, not a closed
Right.
contract to specifics. It said that it was an open contract on John Wick.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
And if the guy had called it in before he left, that's plenty of time for everybody in the U.S. to start making their way to New York where they know he's going. So
Mhm.
there could have been anybody from anybody around there that would have been in on that for $7 million.
We're past the scene, but what did you guys think about the they did this once before with like shooting shots from different times and like playing them together at
That
the
was
same
very
time?
confusing. I didn't like
yeah, I
that.
didn't care for it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
It's like, what's happening? It's like you're watching the fight. You're like, you don't know what's
in what order
what's
did
going
this
on.
happen? And you start looking like, well, he has blood on the shirt when he's fighting this guy. So I'm guessing it took place after, and
yeah.
but
they
it's
were trying to
always
be
being
too cute.
intercut.
Figure out the time he gets injured. Like the sumo one happens second. He fights the other woman first, and then he fights the two Asian guys and kills them with the pencil last.
Yeah, they were trying to be too cute. Like, yeah, let's over edit this and be really avant-garde. But it was just
Artsy, yes.
yeah, artsy fartsy. That's a much better word. Yep.
They're auteurs,
Well, it did
Yeah,
kind
I
of
don't
break
think
up.
it
It
worked.
did kind of break it up a little bit instead of just being like. I guess. I mean, I guess what they were trying to do, but
And this is supposed to be New York City. What subway station is this in New York? That's that
This
big.
motherfucker,
Yeah, it's a
Too
little clean.
Yeah.
Mark.
Or
of all
is that
people.
the tram at the airport?
Y'all hear Mark
doesn't
still
look
in my
like
bit
there's
and
any
shit?
urine in there at all.
This motherfucker gets straight up stealing. Mark, you of all people. Man, it's like hanging out with my girlfriends. He's always still in my bed.
Tiniest suppressor ever.
Yeah, but yeah, that would really make the gun super quiet, right?
John Wick killed a couple innocent people when they're walking and just shooting.
Oh
off,
yeah,
right?
doing the silent shoot. No, that scene I did have an issue with. I get what they're trying to do, but that scene I did have an issue with the shoot because I'm like someone, at least one innocent, even if it was someone innocent, just someone definitely along the way had to get shot, because with those type of shots and the way they are shooting at each other with those guns, I get the idea of the obviously reduce noise and trying to do it in plain sight without having a big ruckus, but still, someone could have gotten shot at least once.
Someone did get shot.
So,
They just didn't
so
show
did
it.
Cassian fly home?
They
Did
can't hear.
Cassian fly home on the same plane that Wick did? What is he doing there?
No, he flew JetBlue. John took Delta.
JetBlue.
He got on the Concorde.
Yeah.
I could get
Well, and then Ruby Rose, we know she didn't fly back at the same time, but she manages to get back there too. Those are the things that bugged me about this one. Those are the main things that drove me nuts was the inconsistencies.
I could see, to me, that's an actual inconsistency with
Oh, yeah,
how they all got home. I can get with that. I can agree with you on that. But as far as all the killers coming, I'm still not buying that. But
What? I'm not talking about. I was not talking about all the killers coming. I'm just asking, hypothetically, is it open to other people? Because you guys kept saying it's a local contract. It's a local contract. What the fuck does that mean? It's a local contract.
It's a local contract. It means exactly what it means.
What I meant, so that means
Only
no
Hitman
one
New
outside
York.
of the New York City area can come and try to take John Wick out.
just New York contract. You know, they got a union there for that shit. You don't want to mess.
What
with
if they're
the
in
union.
Buffalo?
Well, it's New York area, I guess, right?
I guess they can go in
Well,
and
so
get
is New
the
Jersey.
tip, but I'm sure all the assassins in New York got the tip and no one else.
Well, I mean, if you're spending $7 million, you think it would be okay if you put it to all the boroughs and maybe New Jersey for, just in case.
And then everyone would be coming to New York to try and kill this guy, and that'd be
Which
crazy.
means you have a better chance of getting him killed, which is why you're paying $7 million. Wouldn't you want to maximize the opportunity of getting him killed?
Well, someone please text Keanu Reeves, or maybe we'll get him on the next Toxic Tuesday. He can answer this question.
I bet he
for
would
us.
do it. You asked him nicely.
Yeah,
Can somebody
come
tweet
on.
at him? I'm sure he's got Twitter, right?
Like I said, I
think
could go with the plane stuff. I feel like they should have handled the plane of obviously having Cassian and Ruby Rose's character come back. That definitely should have at least shown like them having their own flights, something. I could get with that, but as far as the open season contract, I'm just not buying. Between you and Brahma, I'm just not buying that.
I don't know what that means. You're not buying it.
I'm just saying. I feel like your guys' argument it doesn't hold up as well.
I'm not trying to sell anything.
One,
I am asking
I feel like your
question.
plane one holds up well.
I'm just asking a question. I'm not making an argument. I'm just asking.
But it comes directly from the first movie because Defoe asks him, "Is this a closed contract or an open contract? Is it just me, or is it open to anybody to go after Wick?" And he tells him.
Right.
Oh,
he tells him what the terms of the contract are, and at that point it's open. So he's giving him the heads up on it, but he's saying it's open to any of the contractors.
yeah. So we don't know if Cassian dies. When he still if he's alive or not.
Right. If he doesn't move the knife, he could sit there until he gets medical attention because it's just nicked his aorta, and Wick tells him, if you pull out the knife, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
how many homeless people are assassins in New York City?
In the next movie.
They say one out of every three.
Or that network.
I'll be honest. I don't think they're homeless. I think they're pretending.
Yeah, that's obvious. I think they established like they are pretending to be homeless.
Okay.
I mean,
we get
yeah.
to see
Well, yeah,
Morpheus
because
here.
they're part of the.
Yeah,
the
obviously
underground.
they have a pretty good CBA with the New York contractors.
Everyone forgot about the annual NYC Assassins Convention. Okay, no, that is funny.
It's called ASCON.
Ascon.
Yeah, it's High Table rents out the Jarvis Center, and they all hang out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was freaking hilarious.
All this is all in John Wick Chapter 5, the legal contract meeting. Get all the lawyers together. Yeah.
Oh lordy, we don't need that fifth movie. That's how it's gonna be like. If it's gonna be like that, we don't need that.
The
But
fifth movie is John Wick going to the Supreme Court to argue about the contract. It says right here, local. This guy tried to kill me. He's from outside New York.
I demand a refund.
did you?
You have no.
If
I'm
you
gonna
also
say
noticed
you've
too,
got no
with,
standing. You
with
have
the
no
phone
standing.
numbers that they called, obviously there was a specific list of phone numbers that they had.
Yep.
So with the open contract, I guess it was open for those who were contacted as well. So it was
Sounds like it, yeah.
whoever
This
among
is-
those who got the text message, it's open to those among who got it.
Between
whoever had the
30,
300 baud
34th
modem.
Street and Washington Street, you guys are selected for this open contract. It's open to anyone as long as you
And
reside in this zip code.
Does it have to be their home address, or what if they're just staying in a hotel?
Yeah.
Does it have
Yeah.
to-
What if they're at the
do they-
Continental?
What if because they're on
Yeah.
business and this contract for $7 million comes up?
The most important question
I would call that a big reach.
at the Continental, do they serve you a complimentary Continental breakfast, or do you get a real breakfast there, Nick?
Well, you get a bottle.
They
of
have
Blanton's.
everything. They
Yeah,
have everything. It's
And
like
it can cost you anything from 1 coin to 7.
Yeah, does one coin get you just the donut? You know,
Who knows? I would just try to pay everybody with 1 coin and see if they take it because they don't know how much all this shit is either.
It was pretty cool to see them reunite Keanu Reeves and Samuel L. Jackson in this,
It
though.
was cool. Yeah, cool moment.
And he is playing off of the Matrix here. Some of these lines, if you read them, it's
We're all
he's
just going to let
definitely-
that one fly by, huh?
What? Like that pigeon?
Samuel L. Jackson, whatever.
Yeah, I caught it. I
good
caught
one,
it. I
Jack,
caught it.
good one,
I
good
caught
one.
it. I didn't say anything.
We all know it's Morgan Freeman. Lawrence Fishburne, star of
Fuck
Death
you.
Wish 2.
Freeman.
Event Horizon.
Hold
Death
on.
Wish 2.
How is somebody going to say
Event
I'm a
Horizon's
racist?
amazing.
Why they're like, this is Morgan Freeman. This is Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sitting here quiet, minding my own goddamn business. You're a racist. What? I didn't even say anything.
Well,
That's
I
why
mean,
you're a racist, because you didn't say anything.
I thought you were only
like,
blamed for
background with
misogyny.
that.
I mean, apparently
Silence
you're
is violence.
racist if you noticed April O'Neil is fat. Like,
Ugh.
Dimensionally
Mad.
challenged, please. Dimensionally
Silence is
challenged.
violence, Mad. Silence is violence.
A fat, retarded monster is that whatever that Arple is. I call it Arple because there's that one cover that came out a few years ago where they were promoting the comic, and it said on the cover Arple O'Neil, not April. It said Arple.
oh yeah, I think I remember something about like that. I
I'm
think it was
like-
Clownfish that
Yeah.
showed
I'm
that.
like, how did that get past editorial? Like, how did someone not see that title and see that it said Arple? I mean,
Spelling is difficult, especially that month is a real difficult month to spell. 5 letters. Yep.
I'll be
That
honest,
marble
I mix up
beginning
the
of
I and R quite a bit.
I'm
So much I doubt my own autocorrect. I'm like, bitch, you trying to trick me? I'm gonna have to Google this shit because I
The worst
put
thing
it
is
in
you
wrong
add
so
the wrong
much.
spelling into the autocorrect.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
time, and you put the wrong spelling in, so it says it's right. Then
Have
How
you
do I
ever,
get the wrong spelling out of the fucking autocorrect?
yo, have you ever had your autocorrect tell you to give up and try a different word? Because you just keep misspelling it so bad they can't figure out what you're saying.
Does not recognize it? Yeah. You get the fucking squiggly lines underneath
Right.
it.
That's what
I
my
love
English,
squiggly lines.
my senior English teacher always said is like, if you can't figure out how to spell a specific word, just pick a different one.
But my
Make it
problem is when I spell it out in my head, it's with a very thick East Texas accent, and that fucks up the spelling a lot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know how Australians write any letters.
Australians
I
don't
don't
know how
know.
to write.
So,
No, this
Did
is
anybody-
one killer who should have been in the movie. I'll admit this is no. I'm with
$7
this.
million.
This- It should have been Jennifer Lawrence who got in the $7 million contract. She was the first ever hitman ever.
Yeah, it was her that split all the possible universes once she became a action star. That's how we got all of this retroactively. Like, oh, it came out before her. No, it didn't. Dum dum. Nothing existed.
Before Jennifer Lawrence.
You got gaslighted, bitch.
So are all of Fishburne's people? Is it supposed to be like the Watchers in Highlander the series or
Watch
something?
yourself.
I mean, what do they do?
I don't know.
Sit around in the subway drinking.
I guess they're like a sub faction that's like aware of the high table and accepts their currency, but isn't a part of the high table. I don't know.
Wait, what?
But they're subject to the high table because we see that in the next movie.
Yeah. So when the brother gets onto the high table, John's like, yeah. I don't know. I was going to do Stallone. You either have me kill Dum Dum, or you can have a war. Wait, so he's going to be a part of the High Council to take his sister's spot, and then he's going to start a war, and everybody on the High Council is cool if he starts warring with folks?
I guess he's in charge of New York. He's got all New York under his thumb. Then
But he's in
Morpheus
Italy.
is Morpheus not a part of the High Council?
I don't think so. I think he's just a
No.
lower level person.
What is he?
is
He's
not
the
on High
bird
Council.
dude? Because he talked about,
He's
oh,
the
I
head of the
moved up
borough.
after you almost killed me. Now I watched the birds.
He's a
I mean, I
bird
don't know.
boy.
I
Yeah,
What
thought,
we need is
That's
like
kinda
Matt
confusing.
Patton, the film theorist, to explain this shit to us.
I
Go
think we
to
need
the
a Venn diagram to help figure out who's with who. You know?
Kamala Harris is very good at those.
Yeah, she loves those Venn diagrams.
Loves the
Everything
Venn
in circles.
diagrams.
Oh man, I know you were shitting on this whole action scene in the museum before. I think this is great. This was a great like final fight.
I thought this was freaking excellent.
Yeah, I never said it wasn't enjoyable. It's just
I know.
Once I start picking up on those little things, they start to add up.
That stuntman going down stairs, that was a great stunt. I don't know if Stunt Brat's still here, but the way they tumbled down the stairs, I didn't catch it all, but really well done.
I would like to know what Stunt Brat's comments on, because apparently Keanu did like at least like more of his own stunts than he did. If she buys that or not. I don't know if she ever worked with him or not, but it makes me wonder if there's how much truth there is to that statement, or how much does she suspect of that being true. I would definitely like to know that, but I love what he's kicking ass here, and yeah, he kills a lot of sons of bitches right here. A whole ocean of them, whole lot of blood too, and there's some brutal falls, and seeing him in that mirror room, I thought that was a cool layout for them to do. Yeah, anything that involves room like that, it's good. That's like the perfect edge of your seat.
Are they back in Italy here? Wait, are they back in Italy now?
This is New York.
This is New York.
Yeah,
this is New York.
He throws a gun at someone's face at some point, and you can actually do that in this this low budget John Wick game for the Nintendo Switch. Okay. You can actually do that.
Like throw the gun into the guy. What'd you say?
Yeah, you can throw a gun at a person's face in that game. Like he does in the.
I was laughing at the super chat coming up.
Oh yeah,
take a look at it. Jason Sandberg for $5 says Kamala Harris. Hear me out. Speed by an electric school bus.
I bet
forgot the cackle.
See how she's got the nasal like, hear me out. Speed by an electric school bus. She's always got that nasal.
Yeah.
We need to go all electric. Oh, save us. Yeah,
you,
the school bus runs out of juice in 2 hours and all the kids die. Sorry, kids, stay above 55.
Picturing Kamala Harris as a school bus driver, like taking kids on a school field trip, and she's just talking about her time as vice president.
Oh.
But it's okay to applaud. It's okay to applaud.
But she always loads the bus according to equity.
I don't know. All I can picture is the bus driver in Dirty Harry when I think of her driving the bus thing.
Oh, damn bus driver! Fucking
see,
these guys just keep running at him in the bullets.
They just keep running at him,
like playing Castle Wolfenstein or Doom.
Wheels on the Bus, is that a copyrighted song, or can we sing that?
I don't know, but they go round and round.
Right?
It's gotta be copyright.
It's 100%
all day long.
All
day long.
That has to be.
We can sing "Happy Birthday" now.
Yeah, that's good.
What did that become public domain?
Like
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Idiot.
Holy shit!
Imagine if they tried to collect on the royalties for singing that over the decades at birthday parties and.
Shit, I'm already in debt. Let them.
Yeah, so
I'm not paying the government. I'm sure the hell not paying you for a happy birthday.
They proved that it was published before this other publishing company had claimed the rights for years and years and years and collected royalties, like 70 said. So I guess they had to pay millions of dollars back.
So someone was actually starting a copyright pissing match over "Happy Freaking Birthday."
Yeah.
Oh, for years, yeah.
Years.
That's why you never heard "Happy Birthday" in any movies or.
You go to TGIF Friday, they got some dumb song. Happy birthday. We made this up our own.
Yeah.
It's copyright free, so don't try to sue us.
Yeah, it was that way when I worked at Chuck E. Cheese in the 90s.
Oh, wow. When it was not cardboard pizza?
That pizza was good when it was fresh.
Yeah, it was. When it was freshly made at the time, it was actually damn good.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of good fights at Chuck E. Cheese, Dustin, or... Because those are some of the best YouTube videos, these Chuck E. Cheese fights now.
There's a great...
I mean, I worked there in 98, 97, 98.
Okay.
There's a great...
it was fun.
It's about the time that Culture was working at Showbiz Pizza.
Dude, I miss Showbiz. That was better.
Holy shit.
Did Ruby Rose dye her hair here? Or what's going on? Her hair is like a different color there.
I don't know. It was probably... They had the...
little lighting,
a little additional shooting after they were done filming.
I think it's just the lighting.
Yeah, I think it's just the lighting.
I think it's the lack of protein.
Ruby Rose.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was trying to say was that you know, there's a cool Japanese restaurant in upstate New York that they you know, they do the happy birthday thing, but they come out with a giant dragon mask and they sing. It's pretty fun. It's great food.
Ooh, I like Japanese food, so hopefully one day I'll be out that way. 87.
Man, our Panda Express doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, it's called Mount Fuji Restaurant.
Oh, damn it!
If you're ever in upstate New York.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting killed in some fucking subway.
Well, not upstate New York. No, wait, not upstate New York. Probably lower New York. Like near Jersey.
Jersey.
Oh,
doesn't make it sound any better.
No, I've not. I still I like Japanese food. Yes, it is pricey, but it's damn good. I love it.
Went way up. Sushi place we always order at. Man, thank you, Joe Biden. That sushi is expensive now. God.
Where I go, it's still $26.
You can have your sushi. Now I don't hate Panda Express. There's definitely some awesome things.
I don't think I've ever eaten.
But I have like a bunch of local Chinese, Japanese restaurants, and I just personally just tend to enjoy them quite a bit. Now, if you don't got anything near you, it gets the job done. It does. It's not bad. It's basically the McDonald's of its type of food, but except better.
God, this whole reflection of the self thing is so weird.
Before we get off
the Conan the Destroyer thing,
Japanese food. You got to remember, I grew up in East Texas. I didn't even meet my first Asian until I was like 23. But that made
they didn't have good Asian food in Texas.
Not East Texas. I graduated with 150 people. That was like 7 towns combined to get us to that. Very small. Yeah, so I would not be able to tell you the difference between Japanese, Chinese, Korean. It's all Asian to me. Egg rolls, is that Chinese or Japanese?
It's I think Chinese.
Chinese.
Okay.
American Chinese.
Teriyaki's Japanese. Teriyaki.
Is it?
So, Matt, do you
Sukiyaki.
do you know what's the recipe for some young guy?
Yeah, it's usually 2 Z bars and a vodka and Red Bull.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Wait, what were you saying?
Have you ever had the cream of some young guy, man?
Oh, I thought you were asking the key to getting some young guy. That's why it's 2 Z bars and a vodka and Red Bull. They love vodka and Red Bull. They're like, yeah, vodka Red Bull. Drop a couple of Xanax in there, and yeah, you got yourself some young guy. My bad.
No,
that's how he got his last 3.
You forgot the roofies to mention. You forgot to mention the roofies.
But then he made him mad cachinos in the morning.
I
didn't even really need him.
No, but
didn't even really need him. But he heard that males can get pregnant now.
Right? I'm like, well, I'm dropping a couple of Plan Bs in this coffee.
Well, what does their hand say? Just some guy on the right.
Their hand?
On Ruby Rose's hand there. Look,
just
we gotta take the overlay off.
Just touch my ass.
It says just. I wonder what the other hand says.
Ice.
Justice.
Well, that's a weird looking knife, right? That could, I thought that was something else initially. But...
Yeah, it's some kind of pleasure device, I think, for her.
I don't know.
By the way, her blood circulation is horrible. Did you see her hands?
Yeah.
Fucking vegans.
No, like, can we not like just talk about how freaking weird the mirror exhibit is? It's just, I get it. It's supposed to be like modern art, but
yeah, I'm surprised there's not an old banana stapled to the wall. It's New York. They're weird.
Modern
or
art
one of those,
shite.
or some of those mirrors that make you look like a midget, and others that make you look real fat. I mean, it's modern art, just like we used to have at the circus, 70 years ago.
Yeah, but with
I'm
more
not
concrete.
with. Besides this cool trippy mirror thing that makes me think of the Flash villain Mirror Master, a lot of the modern art on the buildings and looks, most of it is just really bland and boring. It's not even comes from people who are like bad. I actually argue a lot of people who come out doing it are very talented. It's just they have to make these designs that are just designed to be almost like a one size fits all type of look for all the buildings. Like go pass by a new set of upcoming businesses, and most of them buildings structure wise look the same with their design. At least in Illinois, that is. Maybe Machismo is cooler looking buildings being made in Texas, but out here in Illinois, everything that's opening up nowadays looks the damn same, whether it's a local or a chain.
I mean,
Ooh,
I don't go
there
downtown.
goes her arm.
I'm not kidding. Never mind.
I do have to say
poor
that
Batgirl.
the mirrors definitely cement that this is shot for shot Conan the Destroyer.
Is that
This whole
digital
movie.
blood?
I think it's real blood, right?
Well, that
She
first
really
slide.
got injured. Yeah, she really got injured. She's suing John Wick. Yep.
She's gonna try to
The
cancel
knife
John
through my
Wick.
head.
Hey, look, it finally fit perfect because it fit a woman.
It all comes together.
I think one of her eyes are lazy. Now, after all the knife fighting, I'm going to take your gun. Thank God you didn't use this when I opened that door.
I mean, I think Batgirl is dead here now, or
Yeah,
never
she's
gonna come-
dead.
She's dead. You think? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because
She
he
didn't give her the courtesy.
says something about it. Yeah.
No.
And her hair does look darker there too, actually. From the beginning of the movie.
Just looks like a dickhead to me.
But she's still working after all that stuff with Batgirl, so she's been on some shows and movies. I'm surprised she didn't get blacklisted, but
She's not done a lot though, Marty. Not
Yeah,
really.
Two things.
I
Yeah,
don't
looked
know.
it
Like
up.
they screwed her out of like Batgirl. Like they screwed her. I don't know. Like was it because because like she wasn't like full lesbo?
No,
no,
not at
they
all.
said she was horrible to work with. That
Yeah,
she was
but she was
annoying.
also almost paralyzed on set as well. And there was a dude.
Yeah,
that
but then
got
I
killed.
read that was on another movie that she was doing. She was working on another movie.
Damn
And
these
injury came
lies.
from that allegedly. So, but
Welcome to the sewer of the internet. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah. Toxic Tuesday.
Yes, we are proud to be the toy, and you're.
If
We are the shit.
If we're now in the sewer, we've gone up a few levels.
Oh yes,
and John Wick
definitely
needed
better
to say
than
this
Brie
line.
Larson.
We're above this shit.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I can picture John Wick saying that.
Yo,
You got some glasses to show you who's the assassin?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I feel worried about them. They need to have a band on their arm so they can identify each other, because you're just gonna have assassin on assassin kills on accident all the time in this. You know what I mean? Who the fuck know?
Oh, do you guys like duck fat in your food? It makes all the difference, according to this guy here.
Dude, duck fat is delicious.
Yeah, whenever I'm in a restaurant, they have duck. I always order the duck. Yep.
Duck fat. I have not
Yep.
had the fat of the duck, but you make me curious.
Yeah.
Now, this is my critic. One of my big criticisms is obviously it's like, yeah, obviously I know Wick could do that, and obviously the believability is absolutely there. Of course, he would take out Antonio. I get it. It was just obviously there was more of an actual fight to his final fight in the first movie.
Yeah.
compared to the second. This one was a bit easy at the end, which is crazy because a lot of his fights that he had from the beginning throughout the movie, it was like obviously he's kicking a lot of ass, but he definitely had some obstacles along the way. This was his final thing at the very end, was just one shot he was done. Whereas he actually had an actual fight at the end of the first movie, which I love. This one, I thought this is the part where I feel like it fell short for me.
Yeah,
wasn't bad. Just if it definitely was not what
they were going for something more dramatic instead of a final boss fight.
Yeah, I get it too. I get the intention. I just think it just I don't know. I just
thought they were
felt
just
it
trying
felt
to Indiana Jones it.
anticlimactic. I
thought it
just
was
felt
setting up the next
anticlimactic
movie.
for me.
He was
Yeah,
fighting
that's what I was
against a
gonna say.
bureaucrat in this.
Well, they could have fought in the Continental and he killed him.
Mhm.
You know, 2-3 moves, then neck break.
It'd been more satisfying, right, if he'd broken his neck or something.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I after watching this, I'm like, man, I have a feeling I'm gonna like John Wick 3 more than this shit, and that's cuckoo bananas.
Well, this movie definitely went off, in a different direction. With the first movie was quote unquote more grounded, just a revenge tale. Then this movie opened up with all the Continental and the assassins, this world of assassins. So it kind of became its own thing in the second movie. And some people like it or didn't like it, but yeah, the bulletproof. I think those exist in
Goes
real,
along with the
real
bulletproof
world.
coffee.
You know what doesn't exist? Them walking away from it. Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, you'd get shot and then you'd break some ribs and be knocked out, couldn't breathe. But I mean, I've heard that they do make suits for for protection. But yeah, you're probably not that mobile. He's probably not that mobile in them either, I'm sure. But no, but it just kind of it became like almost a fantasy movie with John
Almost
Wick
as if he died on that floor, and this is a Jacob's Ladder shit.
Yeah.
So
we'll find out John Wick 5.
I noticed, and this kind of brings it back to earlier, but where Wiccan and Winston are talking on top of that one roof, and you see the old looking church across the street. I immediately thought about the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 1 movie, where Spider-Man was he? I think what did he say? Mary Jane put her on top of that building. And he said that whole line, but you know who I am, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That same building's this movie, and I was like, oh, hold on. That building's in Spider-Man.
Now, is it a church or a temple? Because I don't know if y'all know this, but the character of John Wick is actually he's an Orthodox Jew.
Really?
This is true. Oh yeah, his true name actually, and I guess this is off the top of my head. His true name is Jordani Jovanovics.
But he has a cross tattooed on his back.
Could be for the character.
Yeah, he's one of the the Jews for Christ.
You're talking about Keanu Reeves or John Wick?
No, John Wick. His true name is Jordani Jovanovics.
Jovanovic.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. You said it with an accent. Shut up. Anyways.
I don't have an accent. I don't have an accent.
Normal.
Leave it at.
Let's see here.
Yeah, 70s doesn't sound Canadian at all.
I don't sound like a Canadian at all, do I?
Tell them all. Whoever comes, whoever it is, who I saw come, I'll kill them.
They'll hear me coming. They will hear me coming.
Of course you will.
It's like he made his life so hard.
All because he wanted out.
Dustin, I can't believe you missed how I stole everything you put
That was your cue, Dustin.
I heard you. I was like, I didn't bring it up.
He left alone with his nice house and his nice dog to mourn his beautiful wife.
And his house now, because now that shit's all gone too. And his car that he still hasn't gotten back.
He wanted.
So I'm guessing the only sleep he's gotten was on the plane, since nothing happened on the plane.
That in this 20-minute break before the third movie that we're about to go into.
Yeah, it could be a continental plane where he had
a
bed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. The list of numbers that they're actually saying, hey, these are the people who are being contracted for this open thing. So it's clear they have.
How is it open but it's closed?
And this is the excommunicado, isn't it? So it's not. It's
clear
not.
You don't just let
it's open to everybody.
It's clearly not let anyone literally do the job. It's obviously people who are hired for this field, this practice. I don't know.
Right.
To me, that's very obvious.
But
okay. So this one had a distribution list.
That they did earlier too. They showed numbers that were going on earlier too as well.
Right, but this one actually said worldwide contract.
Yeah, because plus 44 is the international dialing code for the UK.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yep.
No, I learn something new every day.
The US is +1.
Yeah.
We're a +1.
So that was going theoretically all over the world. But why bother? Because all of the homeless people in this park
48 minutes, bitch.
Yeah. Even the lady with the stroller is an assassin. So.
I just don't understand how you would, if it's limited to only the people that are assassins or whatever. If some rando comes across John Wick and he hears on the street about the fucking contract, kills him, what are you gonna be like? Why did you do that, bro? You're not allowed to do that. You didn't get the text. Bring him back to life. Then. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they would be cool if you put a hit out on someone. I don't think you're so concerned about the ethics of it, of where like no, not anybody can kill him. It can only be these specific people.
The only
we want
way
them dead,
cops show up,
but we want it done right. That's just what's confusing about closed, open, worldwide, local.
Can you imagine the group text among these people?
Oh,
it's got to be annoying.
God. Nightmare.
The phone's going off nonstop.
Remove me from this group. Remove me from this group.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's bad enough with the family group texts. Like,
family, man, my DMs on Twitter, I guess I mute almost all groups that I'm a part of.
Me too.
This is too much. I don't want to leave because I don't want people who are like, this motherfucker left. Oh, he thinks he's better than us? I am, but that's not what I was thinking when I did it. Anyway, but yeah, no, am I alone on that one? I'm not going to leave the group. I'm just going to ignore you and put you on mute forever.
I don't ignore it. I just put it on mute so I don't get notifications. I'll read it when I notice that there's something in there to read.
Just use the desktop website instead of using the app.
To what? But if I leave, they're still going to see it.
Because I don't get Twitter notifications because I use the Brave app and I don't ever get Twitter notifications. So that way, if I want to check my messages, I just go to messages when I can get to it, and I don't get 800 notifications because obviously there's some groups I'm in and there's personal messages.
I have them muted, the groups that I'm no longer active in, but I don't want to leave because I would feel like an asshole. You know what I mean? That I just leave the group.
He only leaves the group when it's just like me and him. Like I have to start a new DM with him like once a week. Like, hey, Matt, why'd you leave again? I thought we were talking.
I'm comfortable with you knowing I'm better than you, and that's why I'm leaving the group. But I don't want strangers to think that, you know?
Wow. All right. Well, Chad is giving out their scores, and we'll let Brahma sound off on his thoughts while we are at it with scoring and such.
Yeah, this one's not nearly as wet, so I guess I'd give it maybe a 3 out of 10 on the wetness, because really all we have is her slitting her own wrists in the bathtub. I mean, there's not a whole lot outside of that one. I know there's some more wetness in the next movie. But yeah, this one for me out of the trilogy is like this one would be the one that's like 6.5, 7. Okay. The parts that really bug me are the travel. I never got over that when I watched it the very first time. I was like, how the hell did he get all the way back from Italy and nobody's trying to kill him while he's traveling? But then all of a sudden we've got everybody trying to kill him again. Why is everything in New York? So that part really bugged me. I still really like the movie. I love the whole series, but that part kind of bugged me. The toxicity, it's not as high on this one. I mean, there's more deaths. I think there's 128 confirmed kills. But yeah, I like the double tapping from the first one a little bit more, and I like the knife fighting in the third one a little bit more. So toxicity, I guess we'll go 6 or 7 out of 10 too. This one's just not my favorite, but good movie either way.
All right.
Hey, Mark, since we're done with the movie, you think you could remove this so I don't have to keep leaning around this J? Crank my neck.
You need a back rub, man?
I need a front rub.
Spoken like a true bro.
That time, I heard you coming.
No one can ever doubt my broness, because one of the true aspects of broness is docking, and I got a reverse circumcision just to further my broness. It's not an easy thing. I give it up to the
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, well, I
He
mean,
collects the foreskins of others and gets them.
Brahma, you're an idiot.
The reverse circumcision.
No, any rabbi
Brahma.
worth their salt will keep. What do you think they just throw it away after the bris? No, you go, you buy 5 or 6 fermented baby foreskins.
Well, that's not what you did, though, Mad, was it? You got some skin taken off your forearm to make a new, to make a new foreskin. But luckily, it was only a very tiny piece of skin, like very, very small.
I can't believe you interrupted my flow for this shit.
Oh, you have a period as well.
I had a whole nother thing about Jews for Christ, and that they got to go through it all the time too. You know,
gigantic vagina.
What?
Biggest vagina known to man. Huge. It's gigantic. Gigantic.
Cavernous.
All right, I'm gonna have to use that on a different stream, and hopefully won't have some asshole there. Well, you know, but at least you always know I have skin in the game.
Just a very small amount of skin.
And
They can't do this enough, can
they
they?
love it. They
They
love it.
love this thing.
So
Maximum
dash
effort from
attack.
70s with the small dick jokes
Yes,
coming in hot.
Go ahead and give your final thoughts on John Wick Chapter 2.
Okay, I do think I did say at the beginning that this one was my favorite, but like I don't know. I guess I'd have to watch them all back to back. Like, you know, I did watch this a second time to prep for the show, and honestly, I still really like it. I think there's a lot of great kills, a lot of good choreography, and yeah, there's some inconsistencies, but I do like how it expanded the world. I'm gonna say for toxicity, I'll give it a 7, and for as a movie, I'll give it an 8.5.
Okay. 70s.
Was there a wet score? What was the wet score? Sorry. We had a wet score.
Oh,
the wet score.
I thought you were saying wait.
The wet
white
score,
score.
because there was no. I'm just asking because I couldn't remember if we were doing that. There was a wet. There was a
We
wet.
can have a
MILF.
wetness score.
There was one wet MILF in it, so I'd give it a 1. It's a mature Italian.
she was a
I'd like
gilf.
to. She was more of a gilf. She's only in her 50s. Come on. Have you seen her? She's quite hot.
That's most grandmothers nowadays.
That's true. I mean, I can hear what people are saying around. Is it the weakest of the three out of the 3 movies? It's not weak. There's nothing weak about it. It's a fantastic movie. Possibly just the third one, I think, is improves or adds more to the lore. They're starting to introduce some of it here with the high table and all the underworld and everything that's going on there. So maybe it's a little bit of a transition feeling to it there. It's not particularly toxic. Like 5 out of 10 toxicity. A lot of killing, but that's great. There's nothing toxic about that. Hell, there's even women get killed. There's women get killed in it. I mean, that's
Yeah, but
gotta be a
one of
good
them
thing.
killed herself and not letting a man do it. That's pretty fucking toxic.
Yeah, well, because well, that's right. I mean, really, she should have let a man do it because she might have got it wrong. I mean,
I'm surprised you could even find the veins. Well, with this being filmed in 4K, how could she find them?
But it's John Wick. It's fantastic. A ton of action, brilliant, some fantastic fight scenes. I'd say 8 out of 10 as a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dustin.
I think I've got to go with 70s on this. It's like, I mean, well, out of 3 movies, 1 movie has to be the least best, right? But
Okay.
yeah, I think I give this one a out of the 3 I like. I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, it's okay.
Real quick, when he said Dustin, I looked at Mark, and then when you started talking, I'm like, oh. I don't know.
I love you too, man. Who are you again?
Wow.
So I give this 7 out of 10. Toxicity 6. I don't know how many trigger warnings it gets, but you know.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Can I go next?
Okay,
I need a
Bill.
cigarette, and we're doing a movies with Matt after this.
Hey, Mark.
Motherfucker. Look, I'm not like Brahma. I can't get sit in my fucking garage all night because my kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had a good one too. It's not my fault that my girlfriend actually cares about me. Doesn't make me sit out in the garage. I tried to
That's
lean.
the
I'm like,
difference
oh, I'm
between
not
a
gonna
girlfriend. That's a difference between a girlfriend and a wife, man.
You should have
The
kept her
wife definitely
girlfriend
doesn't
status.
care.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I have to go, right?
Yes.
You don't have to, but if you're a dick, you will.
Yeah, I will go. Okay. Well, so I don't know if I haven't seen the third movie in so long. So I think the first one's obviously the best, but I can't remember. I'll tell you next week whether I like this movie the least or not. But I didn't like the way it just went into that fantasy realm of crazy assassins. And that's a great point, guys, on that flight back. I never noticed that before. So that is a big, huge plot hole there. But I mean, the action's great, scenes are great. But I give it 8.5. Yeah, give it like a B plus. But I haven't seen the third one in a while. I think I didn't. Trying to remember, I didn't think the third one was that good, but what the hell? I got how many comic books in this brain?
Third one's great.
Third one's good.
Third one's great.
Halle Berry, the dogs.
Yes.
Oh, that's
everything.
the dog.
Sustained,
Oh, yeah.
lengthy fight sequences.
Who the hell let you on here,
Make sure you
Brahma?
write this out. Make sure Mark write this review out just for Mad. Just write this out. Mark.
No,
Yeah,
Brahma's
just
like,
write it
oh,
out,
John
yeah.
Wick 3 is great. Halle Berry, a woman, is in it. You start with that. That's your lead off.
That was his lead, yeah.
Halle Berry
Keep
is
going, he's
always
having a Nick
plus
fit,
in
don't
my
worry.
book.
By the way, we're
Anyway.
gonna watch Catwoman soon.
So this movie
Love
is a
to set off
freaking
mad.
8 for toxicity because they freaking destroyed a 69 Boss
I knew you would go
302
for that,
Mustang
yeah.
in this. So I mean that gets like 7 of the toxic points. So I mean you can't really see behind which way is that. Yeah, there's my 67 Mustang picture in the back behind Wolverine. You can't see it, but anyway. So that just tragic. I mean they should not be allowed to do that to classic cars, and that car better come back in John Wick 4. I'm gonna be really pissed. But yeah, no, these are fun movies, and just got to take it with a grain of salt when you watch these. I mean, he's like a superhero ninja killer. No one can touch him or see him. It's the boogeyman, but it's fun for what it is. And Canoe, I always call him Canoe. Canoe Reeves is got his career really.
The kayak king, Canoe Reeves.
The kayak king is. I mean, it's really revived his career too, right? So, I mean, he's one of the top stars in Hollywood, and he's a great motorcycle guy. He's got his own motorcycle company, so yeah, he's a cool dude. So we'll see what John Wick 4 brings. But I guess is it Mad's turn now, or is it who's gonna, or should
I was thinking about
Nick's
going.
gonna
and
go?
I
having
think,
Matt
Nick,
going
you've got
last.
to do, Nick. You've got to do yours, Nick.
and maybe
Yeah.
Brahma
I
could
could do
go
it.
again?
I could do a second one.
Oh,
Do a second
hold
one?
on. Oh, hold on, hold on.
Stream
I'm
you
gonna,
just
I'm gonna
for-
read all the. I'm gonna read all the scores first, and then I'm gonna do mine.
We're saving the best for last.
Yes.
Mad's the best for last, right?
Listen, the girlfriend's been waiting on me. You guys are in trouble. She's going.
Yeah, I still have to deal with them for the next
Yeah.
2 or 3 hours, so
Yeah.
I'm fine with letting
okay.
Mad go.
So let's ride this out then. So Billy Go Boom says 8 out of 10 greatness. 10
Billy Go
toxicity
Boom.
for
You
wrecking
like
Ruby
this
Rose.
motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm straight up. Is that really being toxic though? I would say for me, no.
That's not even his
Angry
real
Gamer, 3 out of 5. Cosmic Vader, 3 out of 10. Hobo Kings. Darth Viewer, 8 out of 10 for film. Toxicity 6/10. Ruby Rose's best vocal performance.
Nice flux capacitor.
That was amazing, Darth Viewer. That was legendary. And Channel Surf says, thank you, Nick. 10/10. Thank you, Channel Surf. Hope you're well. Yolanda Gaines, 9 of Death and Mayhem. Very disappointing. I give it still an 8 out of 10 for
Chat,
greatness.
stop putting in your reviews in the
only-
freaking chat.
All right, give me more of them. And only 5 out of 10 for toxicity. Wetness, seriously, 3 out of 10. I'm with you there. Jonah Hex is 8 overall, 8 toxic for killing Ruby, and not much wetness, 2/5. Radioactive, overall 10 toxic, 2 weakness, 10. Zach says he'll go 6 for toxicity and 8 for greatness. Okay. And Joe's atmosphere. What's up, Joe? Says 7 for greatness. Wow, he beat up a 12-year-old boy girl. 10 toxic because he beat up a 12-year-old boy girl.
Oh boy.
And then Boosh says 6 out of 10. A lot of nonsense in this one. Like the guy said, this will be cool. It just doesn't fit. Wish Wick got Joe Black and got right up. 5 anti-retirement tokens out of 10 toxicity. Flash mob, boo. All right. TZ 8-8. Toxic overall. Wolverine 626. Each Wick film has just gotten better. But ooh, look at that. 8-10. All right. And then deleted scene says greatness 8, toxicity 5, Jeremiah Hembre 5, Bruce Lombardo.
Some of these people are doubling up.
Chapter
They're doubling up to keep Matt from reviewing.
6 out of 10 or 3 out of 5 for
Read slow,
Clear Eyes.
Oh
Wow.
no! What's that, babe? You're dying?
Oh no!
Wait, did you cut me off before I did the "What's that, babe? You're dying" part?
No,
Yeah,
we got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got the dying.
She said I have time to do the review though, so
Just another red shirt. Greatness 7.5 out of 10. Toxicity 7/10. Soul Assassin 7 out of 10.
I think he's actually reading slower.
all right, that's the last one. There's no more ends. So
quick, put some more reviews in.
Let me get Audacity. I'm fucking recorded.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so the movie for me, again, I enjoyed it. I just kept seeing little things. I'm like, ooh, that didn't look the best. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10 for actual quality. Toxic, very low. I kept trying to think of a joke because, you know, how do they, so toxic because of women. I guess just nothing here really to do that. Wet scale, it's going to be a 2 out of 10 because with her pH, Ruby Rose, her pH balance is all out of whack with her vegan shit. You know what I mean? It's not getting wet. So 2 out of 10.
Do you want it to get wet?
That phrasing sounded awful. Do you?
I don't. I'm just saying it's not healthy. Her pH balance is off.
All right.
It's gonna have
One
a
man
smell.
show says 6 out of 10 overall. Thank you, One Man Show. All right, so for me, I'm gonna go with a straight 8 on this one, maybe even 8.1 even. I love the action, especially the fight between him and Common. I thought that was badass, and I think all the action scenes in here, besides the last one he gives a shot to Antonio, I probably would have given the action, and obviously the story is very simple and straightforward. Now it's more of it went from, you know, the dog, it went to the house, and obviously turning down an organization that he worked for, that he owed a debt to. So I thought the story was fine. I thought the action was fine. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for that. Toxicity, I'm actually going to go with a low 5 on toxicity. Just not enough Ruby Rose type of characters getting killed. Really definitely brought it down a bit. We
There were no big bads in this movie, right? Not enough big bads.
Yeah. So I did like a lot of the dialogue. I thought there's definitely some lines like, hell yeah, that's badass. And wetness is going to get a flat out 1 out of 10 because we should have gotten a lot more wetter for this show. So hopefully next week, for the third time being the charm, we'll go all in on the wetness. And I did do red shirt score. I saw, who said that here? Jonah Hex? Yeah, I did do Mr. Red Shirts. I swear. But
I remember it.
Thank you. So anyways, yes, that's John Wick Chapter 2.
Part 2.
Yes. And next week, we'll be back for the third one. Imagine that. It's going to be great. So yeah, chat, thank you for being here, supporting the show. Thank you for the super chats. Absolutely fucking awesome. And thank you for being very toxic with us. So also I saw a few new faces. Hopefully you like what you saw. Hopefully you come back for more. All right. But with that all said, though, we're going to let these gentlemen plug their plugs.
Matt, you go
on
first.
The way out. Oh, hold up. There was... Well, Redshirt had a few of them. I only saw the one. Red shirt. Let me know if there's more. Anyways, Dash Attack.
Yes.
What you got coming up on your channel this week?
Let's see. Well, this week I'm going to try and dabble with the AI meme with the presidents. I'm going to have them debate what the best Shrek movie is.
Okay.
But yeah, like depends. I cover different stories, like, mostly like in gaming and stuff. I do a little bit of that. Sometimes I'll do some video essays here and there. And on Saturdays, I co-host on Andy Matrix's channel. We do a show about anime and gaming.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for rejoining us. Okay. Appreciate it, sir. And we'll do this again somewhere down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, appreciate it, sir. You have a magical evening.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. All right, purified. Yeah, I get 4 out of 5. Yes, yeah, I actually do get this one low on toxicity. I do actually agree on that one. All right, Mad. I'll let you actually have early on this one. You can get yeah, he left out. All right. Oh,
no, that was
right.
Dash.
He's still right here. Oh, it's just Dash.
Dash
what?
left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. I thought you wanted me to leave. So.
Oh no.
No, stay till the end. You can stay for the after party.
But I can guarantee you, Mad's having a cigarette, so he's not around.
Right. Well then, Dustin, you get to go.
All right. My channel is Keto Simple. We talk about keto recipes, keto product reviews, trying to make a bunch of shorts to see what happens with those. And if you're interested at all, come by, support. Send me information, anything you want to know, anything you're curious about with keto, if that's something that you're interested in.
I think a few
I'm
more
just less than 100 from 3,000 subscribers.
Nice, dude. That's killer.
Oh yeah, well I only need 4 to get to 300, so ha.
Oh yeah, I'm at 451. I'm getting very close to 500.
Ooh, Fortune 500 club here. I like it. No, Dustin, that's awesome, and you're gonna get there soon. And I was curious about those chips. Watching your video made me curious. So maybe I'll have to try them myself. But thank you for being here, sir. It's been good. It's been real. And E.K. Clay Tomasin. Of course.
Like
of
always.
course we had fun, right? E-Clay Tomasin for $2, and he leaves a fist bump of a super sticker. How's it going, E-Clay? Thank you for being here. Drop us $2. Appreciate that, sir. All right, 70s. You get to slide in and out.
Well, I think the next thing I might be involved with is Thursday night on Comics Division. Brahma 2 will be heavily involved in that. So the J-Laws will be on. So it's a very exciting new addition to the annual awards calendar. Possibly will supplant all of the previous existing awards handily. So that's on Comics Division Thursday night. Saturday night, Brahma and I do our bourbon and boarding. He's on Rumble and I do it on YouTube, and we sit and drink. Well, I'm sitting drinking because he's a lightweight right now.
I'm taking the March off.
So I have to do double the drinking to
He's
make
getting
up
ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, so we do bourbon boarding and we show a lot of fun clips, hockey clips, and talk about hockey. And we're digging out a lot of adverts at the moment. It's quite funny. Hockey-related adverts. Some of those are quite amusing.
Yeah, hockey commercials are funny.
Oh, they are. And then next Monday afternoon on It's Only Talk and Roll, I will be in tribute to the late, great Gary Rossington of Leonard Skinner. I'll be doing a Leonard Skinner and Southern Rock special on Monday afternoon. So, yeah, so that's some of the formative music of my early years. So sad he was the last remaining original member. So thought it's time to do a tribute to Skinner and all the Southern rock bands. So that's Monday afternoon on my channel.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for being here, sir. I look forward to this Thursday night throwing down for the J Laws. It's gonna be madly, insanely huge. Mark.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me every week on Toxic Tuesday. So
thank you.
Really enjoyed doing that slideshow. Yep. So hope you guys liked it, and trying to find some more clips. There's no use for Matt tonight for any coverings, unfortunately. I don't think we're gonna get that next week either. But I know that's always a highlight. But yeah, check out my channel. I do some 3D printing once in a while. Here's a cool Judge Dredd that I printed. And of course, toy reviews. Got this, cool Mr. T was showing earlier. Going to do a review at a store that I just was at Nashville. Probably the greatest store on the whole planet, I think. Had everything. They got everything there: music, videos, toys, loose action figures, the real Gamorrean guards, before they got screwed up by Disney. So yeah, check out my channel. It's always fun to be here. Thursday night I'm on with Clobberin' Times, Raquel Briggs, the Clubhouse, and my big show is on Sunday Night Geekery. We're talking about all the cool things that happened during the week, or maybe not so cool, like Velma and maybe that new Turtles trailer. But yeah, just appreciate being here, and the chat was awesome tonight, man. It's a great time hanging out with you guys. It's so much fun, and Matt, I guess, is having a smoke right. Oh, he did. Oh, he sent a super chat. But,
he did. He super chatted.
He did, yeah. But it's always fun.
Which clearly that's easier than talking.
That's his way of saying I'm not going to get back to the computer before we're done.
yeah, all right. But yeah, so sub to everyone here. Let's get 70s to 1K, and I appreciate
940.
Yeah, 940. Yeah, so make sure you get him. Oh, and here, let me put my link in. So and sub to my channel too, please. Yeah, that would be nice. Yep. So here's my channel.
Playing new season of Fortnite coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up soon too. Yeah, I do Friday Night Fortnite sometimes with the Dadman 55. So yep, we hang out there on the Fortnites and waste some time and have fun there. So that's always a good time hanging out. So check out those links, and appreciate anyone that subs. Thank you.
Well, Mark, thank you for all your amazing work that you do. And you're going to come to 1K soon. And I will be there to watch.
Yep. That'll be a big party. Yep.
Huge party. Huge.
You got this. Where's my new huge clip that I just clipped?
Yeah. Huge. So, thank you for being here, and have a great week. Have a great evening. And of course, to the other Dick's Division brethren, who I'll see in a few days as well. Brahma Bull, go ahead and plug out.
Well, 70's pretty much already plugged everything that I'm going to be on this week. So yeah, we got the J Laws on Thursday.
You're double plugged then?
Yes. Like Yeti.
We can doubly penetrate the shows if you talk about them as well.
Yep. So we got the J Laws on Thursday. We got Bourbon and Boarding on Saturday. Mad released a video on Monday of us doing movies with Mad. It was Freddy versus Jason. And then of course I know we're gonna read his super chat, but he put out a video today on Star Wars. It was great. And me and Mad and a few others are getting ready to go do another movies with Mad here in about 10 minutes. So be up for another 2 hours watching another movie. Probably not near as good as a John Wick movie. I don't know what movie. It's always a surprise. Mad just loves to torture us with something. So we'll be doing that and probably see that in the next few days. He's also got a couple others in the hopper that he's editing. So be sure to keep an eye on his channel. I do a whole bunch of stuff with him on the movies with Mad. And then, yeah, check out Comics Division on Thursday night. The J-Laws are going to be great. So come on over at 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 9 Eastern, whatever it is. So, yeah. But thanks for having me. It was a great time. Looking forward to next week. Next week, 3, I think it might be my favorite. I love 1, but 3 might be my favorite. So it'll be good.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Glad we can have you for 3 weeks of Wick. Yeah. Have a great evening. And it's weird that you're going to be without whiskey for a time being, but I look forward to seeing you when you're drinking alcohol again. And until then,
I did not plan this well with St. Patrick's Day being this month.
No, you did not. And
No.
we got our gentleman, Matt Cheesemo, who's on the panel. Says, I got a new video about the Mandalorian. There's play movies with Mad Up with Lil Chad, Brahma, Yeti, Slender, and the GF. If you're not being beamed up, you're being beamed down. For the $10. Thank you, Sir Mad. Obviously, he's still somewhere out there. Mad. Thank you.
Yeah,
For
I'm putting on my my movies with Mad stuff.
No,
I'm taking my pants off and
go
off.
watch his video. Why he talks about why the Mandalorian is the best thing. It's amazing. All right, and the voice work is 5 stars. Go watch it because I said so. But yeah, maybe any other plugs you want to plug in or out? No,
he's busy removing his pants. So
wait, was that me?
Yes,
yeah.
You.
Do you need? Would you like
I
to
know
plug?
you got to take off your pants, but I was going to ask you if there's anything you want to plug in or out on the way out.
Man, yeah. Guys, if you don't have the new USB 3.2, you should get it. I don't know if that's the right number. I couldn't come up with anything. I'll see you over there, Brahma. Bye, guys.
Right.
Bye.
So
Later,
I think there's going to be an award on the Jailers for the longest show outro ever, and it'll be for this show.
Good. I'm surprised that wouldn't go to FNT. But hey, I'll take it.
Their whole show is an intro.
It's an intro and an outro. That's all their show is. It's hard to tell where the dividing line is.
That's true. All right. You're on this channel for a reason. Thank you for subbing. Please come back next week for John Wick 3. Comic Shop this week, Rocketeer Part 2. It's going to be great. And I'll have another video out as well this week. So, anyways, guys, thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
It's time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Indeed.